What's going on? So this is actually kind of crazy. I'm going to be sharing with you a full course when it comes to affiliate marketing. And this isn't just like where you have to enter your name and your email. Like the course is this video. So as you can see, this video is like 3 hours long. And why am I doing this? Right? Why am I sharing this info with you? And really, it's for a couple reasons, two reasons. Number one, the main strategy that we use now is running ads. For us, like we're running ads, and also for our students, we're doing it for them. But the thing is, ads cost money, right? And it doesn't have to be that much, but you want to have somewhere around like a $500 per month budget for ads. And so a lot of people don't have that yet, or they're not quite there yet. And so what this course is going to show you is exactly what you need to do to be able to affiliate market without any software, without any monthly fees, without any tools or anything like that, using just your free social media account. This is the exact same thing that I did when my previous business partner and I started the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, and we hit 10K in revenue in the first month. This is the same thing that I did when I was working in a coaching company. It's the same thing that I did to get my first sales affiliate marketing. You don't need a funnel. You don't need any tech. You don't need any fancy software. If you just follow the principles and all the strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So I've had students and clients pay thousands of dollars for this, right? And so I'm sharing it with you guys so that if you're in a space where you need to know what to do to be able to get sales online, this is for you, right? And maybe you do have financial resources to be able to make your business grow faster, and you want to do it profitably with ads. Well, if you're watching this, then my other my other motive behind this is maybe you see this and you're like, wow, Ron actually cares about the people that he's serving, and so maybe I'll just go with him when it comes to executing on a strategy like that. But anyways, like ultimately, what I would love is if you watch this and you get some value from this, hit the share button and share it with two other people that you think that it could help. That's really it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is going to be courses. It's videos from a course that I've already created, and they're going to be in sequential order. So as you're going through this, make sure that you're pausing and taking action. Like you watch the video, pause it, and take the action. Because none of this works if you don't do anything. If you just watch the whole video and you feel really good, that doesn't really do anything, right? And so it's video modules from a course that I've created. On top of that, there is some coaching sessions in here as well. I hope you get a ton of value from it. And like I said, share it with somebody else that you think they can help. Share it with two people that you think that can help. And also, one more thing before getting into it, there's going to be some documents that you're going to see me using throughout the video. And I'm going to be sharing my screen and showing how to fill these documents out. If you guys want any of those documents, just comment the name of the document, and then I'll be able to reach out to you and send it to you because these videos were originally inside of a course. So there was a button under the video for people, for clients and students to be able to get those documents, but you're not going to see a button in this video. So if you want that, just comment and then I'll send it over to you. But anyways, hope you get some value. Let's get right into it. All right, so I'm super excited for this module. This module is on Facebook organic. And so you may be wondering, if you're brand new, like what is Facebook? What does that even mean, Ron? So this is how you grow your audience and get leads reaching out to you because they're interested in your offers without having to run paid advertisements. And one of the reasons why I really like to use Facebook for this is there's three reasons actually. And so you can create all kinds of different posts, right? Written posts, video posts, and these all work well together when we're doing all of these, right? And also there is a messenger platform. So you can have individual conversations in Messenger and be able to share your link. And you may think, well, Instagram has that too. Like, so why do you like Facebook better? And that's because of the third component. The third component in Facebook that Instagram does not have is Facebook groups. So you remember how we figured out exactly who our ideal client, our avatar is, the specific type of person that we're helping with our offer. Well, on Facebook, you can find where those people are at. You can go into Facebook groups that are built for that specific person with that specific problem. And you can start adding them as friends. You can start connecting with them and growing your audience yourself. On platforms like Instagram, while you can make written posts, video posts, and have DMs with people, you're really just at the mercy of the algorithm for how you grow. On Facebook, you can be adding people to your network every day. And that's why I feel like Facebook is the fastest path to cash. So if you're not making sales yet, if you haven't made any sales and you're focusing on TikTok and Reels and YouTube, well, that stuff works and it works great, but it takes way freaking longer to get sales. But there is a side benefit to that, and we'll get into that in the YouTube module. But for right now, if you have full access to the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, you'll see the YouTube module, and we'll get into that. But if you're in just the $7 Facebook organic, like, this is literally all you need. I want to let you know that the strategies that I'm going to be talking about in this module and the one under this that goes over Facebook Messenger, it's literally what I used this year to collect $100,000 in revenue starting from scratch. I hadn't made a Facebook post in over a year. And in January 21st, like, you can literally go look at my Facebook timeline and you can see that I didn't make any Facebook posts for a long freaking time. And then January 21st came out the gate swinging and had $100,000 in revenue this year. Actually, I think it was like around 90, but I'm rounding up. But anyways, so this is really important. So go through these modules step by step. This is stuff that I knew at the beginning of the year, but it's also been refined throughout the year. Throughout a year of taking action on this, it's been refined. So go through this step by step. Even if you're like, I've made sales from Facebook organic, I've made 1 or 2 sales, I've made like 5 sales. Like, I already know that. Just humor yourself and go through it. Go through it. Watch each video. Implement. After each video, implement. Take action. There's one thing that I like to live by when it comes to these courses and these programs, and that's that when I'm investing in a course or in a program, what I do, I used to just feel so good when I'm watching the video. So I'm like, yeah, I invested in this thing and I'm watching the video. And as soon as the video ends, I want to just watch the next video because I'm like, I'm just going to power through all this information. And when I did that, I didn't get any results because I wasn't taking action. And the market doesn't care about how much you know. It cares about what you do. People get rewarded from the market because of what they do, not because of what they know. So that's why after each video, this is a new approach that I have to this. And one of my coaches, one of my previous coaches, who was teaching me this stuff about 5 years ago, like he knew that I was consuming all this content and he saw potential in me that I didn't really see at the time. And he said, how about you try this, Ron? How about you try every time you watch a video, you take the action under the video, you do the actual homework that it says to do, and then you could reward yourself. After you take that action, you can reward yourself by watching the next video. You take the action and now you are allowed to watch the next video. And when I started doing that, I got into the habit of taking action and started getting results. So I implore you to do the same. Go through these modules, these videos, step by step. Watch one, the one right under this, take the action. Watch the next one, take the action. And if you have questions, of course, just hop into the Facebook group and ask your questions. Let's do this thing. All right. So how do we optimize our profile, our Facebook profile for success? So I'm going to share my screen, share my profile. This is going to be super simple, quick video, very tactical. It's just going to be like, hey, do this, do this, do this. And so let's just get right into it. All right. So you should be seeing my Facebook profile right now. Let's get this out of the way for you. And so first things first, your Facebook profile photo. This needs to be a clear photo of you. Okay. So It's got to have your face in it. I like think of this like a headshot, but you don't have to go out there and get headshots like you're doing some photography thing. Excuse me. Like as you can see here, I just chose this photo of me on the beach playing the guitar, and it's because I live in the Santa Barbara area. Ignore the sound. My dog's got the zoomies behind me. But so I took a pic, like I used the picture from me playing my acoustic guitar on the beach a few years back. And one thing about this is I keep it the same. I don't change I don't change my Facebook profile picture all the time. You'll notice that a lot of people who aren't doing online marketing, like they may instead of making actual Facebook posts, they just when they upload a picture onto Facebook, they make it their profile picture. I never do that because I want when I post this little circle that's by my post, like this right here, it's always the same because I want my audience to recognize it and be like, "Oh, that's Ron." It's this is actually branding. Um, People think that branding is like you're just buying images, getting logos made. No, your brand is whatever you consistently show up as. That's your brand. So this photo is associated with my brand. That's why you've noticed that this photo, you may have noticed, you may be putting together right now, this same photo is also the same photo that is on all of my funnels and all of my offers, and it's on my YouTube, it's on my I think it's on my TikTok as well. If it's not, I need to change it. But anyways, so but you see what I'm saying, right? So you want your picture to be a clear picture of you and one that you're willing to keep up for a while. And so that's number one. So we're going to go through this from order of importance. Number one, it's your Facebook profile picture. Uh, don't have a picture of your dog or cat or like a sunset or something like that right here. Um, because people buy from other people that they like, know, and trust. Even big brands like ClickFunnels. When you think of ClickFunnels, if you know who they are already, you think Russell Brunson, right? The reality is Russell Brunson isn't the only owner of ClickFunnels. People forget about this. He talks about it. Todd Dickerson was one of the software engineers that helped actually build ClickFunnels, and he's co-founder and co-CEO of the company. They own it together. And Dave Woodward also is co-founder and co-CEO, but I think he passed away. So Russell Brunson is just the face of the company. And people, because of that, people like, know, and trust Russell Brunson, and they inherently like, know, and trust ClickFunnels. Every company, every business has to have a face to the business, and you don't have employees, so you are the only option to be the face of the business. So you want your picture up there. And next, as we scroll down, we get to the intro here. And you should have already crafted an intro back in the nailing your niche and offer section, uh, specifically in defining your avatar by pain. You should have came up with your I help statement. And so that's like, I help normal everyday people create a life of freedom with passive income, or I help overweight moms overweight moms lose the baby fat. I help it's whoever you help, it's whatever you crafted in there, right? So you want that there. um you don't want to just list the things that are interested. This intro is not about you. It's not about you. And this is the shift that we have to make. What a lot of people do, hey, Coda, no, the dog's going to eat the Christmas tree ornaments. So it's not about you. And this is the shift that we make when we go to online marketing, because we're doing this to serve other people. Everything we do on here is about them. So this isn't saying love hiking, love video games, even though all that's true for me, love skateboarding. If none of that's in there, because it's not, the intro is not about the things that I like. It's about what I want is the person that I help, that I talk about in my statement that I crafted. I want them to see my intro When I send them a friend request, they look at my profile. It's the first thing they see. And I want them to be like, oh, like this person can help me. I have that problem. This person can help me. That's what I want them to think about. And anybody else who is not that specific person, well, it's irrelevant to them. And that's what I want. I want to pull the right people towards me and push away the people that are wrong for what I offer. And so that's what you want to do too. And so we put our I help statement in here, and then we have the link to our funnel. This right here, it says Facebook group, doesn't mean that you have to have a Facebook group like at all. This is where your affiliate link should go. Or it's either your affiliate link or the link to your funnel. If you have a funnel already, then put that there. If you don't have a funnel, don't worry about it. You can literally put your affiliate link with use bit.ly, bit.ly to make a shortened version. So you just Google bit.ly, and you can make a shortened version of your affiliate link, and you can put it there. So this way, when you're friend requesting people will click on your link. I've had this link up here throughout the year, and it's gotten, last time I checked, 420 clicks because it's here. So you want to put your link here. So next, we have, I'd like to say exactly what I do and where I live. You can update this. You can have it be whatever, but I like it to be short and concise, editing the details that people see, but it's not really as important. If you have any other social platforms that you're active on, you want to list them. But I highly recommend going all in on Facebook. Like I'm on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and way over 80% of my results have came from Facebook. And so I've kind of shifted my focus where I am still doing the other stuff, but I'm doing it kind of like in the background. And Facebook is the main focus because it's what makes most of the money right now. And YouTube and TikTok, they can take a little bit longer to take off, and that's why. But that's why I'm still being consistent there. And so that's the most important things. We're going to cover posting and the types of posts that we need to make a little bit later on in the next modules. On top of that, also, you can have a banner here. I have just a photo of where I live, but if you're brand new and you're just getting started, you want to get a banner created. A photo of where I live is cool, but I already have a brand, and it matches with my brand of the beach, right? Because it's like, oh, the beach is a nice ocean view. And here's the most important thing: whether you want to have a photo of something that matches with your brand and something that you like and that you know you're going to be talking about when you're just sharing things about yourself, or if you want to get a banner made, which you can do from Fiverr. And an example of a banner, let's see if I can click on somebody else's profile that has a banner, one of my friends. Does Daniel Cho have a banner? Yep. See, he's got a banner. He got a banner made, and it says, hey, this is what we do. He's got his I help statement here. And then if you click on the banner, there's a link, right? And let's see, if I go back to my Facebook profile, even though I have this photo here, it's not a banner. When people click on it, still my help statement is right there, and it's the same link that's in my profile. So people can get to the link right there too. What this does is it makes our Facebook profile, it makes it a funnel, because people are coming in from all these different ways and they're going to the same link, the same damn link. They're going into the same place. And so that's what we want to do with our Facebook profile. That's how we optimize it. I'll leave a link down below so you can get a banner made if you want a banner. I highly recommend getting one made. It just looks way more professional. And number one, it looks way more professional. Even if you're really good at making banners and using Canva and stuff like that, what we want to do as entrepreneurs is we want to be focusing on the things that make the most money. And banner creation is not one of them. So I highly implore you, if you want to get a banner created, just click that link down below. It'll take you over to this website called Fiverr. You could pay somebody like 10 to 15, 20 bucks to just make that banner for you. And guess what? It'll take you 2 minutes. to hire somebody to do that, and then you can forget about it while it's getting made, and then you have a perfect professional banner. You can forget about that so that you can put your time and attention on the things that actually matter, which is creating content, which is what's coming up next. So I hope this was helpful, and we will see you guys in the next one. What's up? Let's go. Leveraging targeted Facebook groups. Now that we got our Facebook profile all optimized, it's time to get out there and start connecting with the people that we're looking to help with our offers. So I'm super excited for this because this is the one thing that Facebook has an advantage over when it comes to Instagram or X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And also, like, these strategies, they will work on Instagram. But the thing is, you can't do this, what I'm about to show you here, on Instagram, to be able to grow, to be able to connect with people and grow your following. And so let's just go ahead and share the screen and get right into it. Let's do it. All right. So, okay, you should be seeing my Facebook profile here. And so leveraging targeted groups. The first step, the first thing you want to do is everything hinges off of our perfect customer avatar. I know I keep calling them like multiple things: perfect customer avatar, or perfect client, perfect prospect. They're all different names for the same thing. But the person that we're looking to help with our offer that we already mapped out when in the defining your avatar by pain section. That's why that was included in here, because this is super important. Everything hinges off of that avatar. Everything hinges off who we're actually helping. So what we want to do is we want to find affiliate marketing groups, or not affiliate marketing group. It's just in my head because that's who I help. That's my avatar, right? But we want to find Facebook groups that our prospect is in. And so let's just go with the same example of, let's say that you're helping overweight moms lose weight. So go into Facebook. See, I'm just on, I just click the home page. So I'm just on Facebook, and let's say that I type in lose the baby fat. Right. I want to help mom. I'm selling a weight loss product, and let's just say that I want to help. I want to sell that product to helping lifelong dieters lose fat or conquer all or nothing. See, this might be a good group to join. What we're doing is we're like, where are these people that I'm looking to help? Where are they already accumulated, so that I could insert myself in there and connect with a lot of them. See, this one, losing the baby fat weight group, not a good group to join, because there's only 2 people in it. So, like, you don't want to join that group. So here are the things that you're looking for when you're joining groups. Okay, let's click see all first and foremost. So it's going to show us a big list of them. We want the group to have thousands of members. Okay, even if it's 2,000-3,000, cool. But we want you want it to have at least like 2,000 members in there, each one that you join, and you want it to be a private group. Okay, so you want it to be private, and what this means is that when you click join, you have to answer some questions, and they have to approve you. And so this would be a really good one for this niche. And I'm just going to go ahead and join it, even though I don't need to be in this group, but just so you can see the process. I'm sure you're well aware of the process of joining groups, but this is what we have to do just to make sure, you know. So you go ahead and you click join, and it's going to bring you up to the questions. So this group is for yo-yo dieters struggling to lose fat. Are you currently trying to lose fat and improve your mindset? And what you want to do here is you want to answer the questions so that they approve you. Like, just being straight up with you. Like, you want to answer the questions so that they approve you. And I don't want to give them my email because I don't want promotional material. I agree to the group rules. Okay, yes. No promotions, no spam, don't be an asshole, no hate speech or bullying, respect everyone's privacy. I could do that. Submit. And So, all right, cool. We joined one. Now, what you want to do is you want to try to join like 5 groups every day. And you only really have to do this for like the first week that you're doing Facebook marketing. And it only takes you 5 minutes to join 5 groups, right? You should be able to find your avatar here. If your avatar is affiliate marketing, let's say that you're promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy and you want to help people that are a step or two behind the journey than where you're at. Well, you're probably already in a bunch of affiliate marketing Facebook groups, but still go join a couple more, right? Um, and so you would just go through this list. See, this is a public group. And the thing about a public group is you don't have to get approved to join. You could just click on it, look at it. Um, but they tend to be less engaged. That's the thing, because people who aren't in the group can see the posts in the group. That's why you want to join private groups, because the members that are in there, if it's a private group and it's this big, the members are usually a lot more engaged. And you want to be adding people to your network that are engaged so that they're engaging on your posts and on your content. And okay, so this is a public group, so we're not going to look at that. Public, private, 5,200 members. Build muscle, lose fat, become stronger. I like, if this was if I was selling something like that, I would join this group too. And I would just keep going down the list. Since you know what it looks like to join a group, I don't need to keep joining every one of these because I don't need to be in these groups. Um, and if you're only finding a couple, just like what I did in this search, then you can change the search, right? Um, search for, let's see, weight loss tips. And as you can see, when I search right here, it comes up with some groups and then some other stuff. You can filter your search by clicking down here and just clicking groups. Or when you get to the groups thing and there's only a couple showing, you can click see all. They both do the same thing. Watch, when I click see all, see how that moved down to groups, because it's only showing me groups now. So now we got more groups. These are all public, 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 looking for a private one. So this may take some effort, right? No one said that growing your business isn't going to take some effort, but it's going to take some effort to find these groups. Um, a lot of these weight loss groups are public. Public, public, public. If that's all you can find for your specific niche, then you can join them. But here's what I really want to show you. Okay. Once you're inside the groups, because it may take around 24 hours for them to get you into the groups. That's why you want to be joining like 5 a day. Like, just do at least 5 a day. If you can, like, join 10, 15, 20 that are private, so that way it's like you're in there and they approve you. Or you can go into some public groups if you can't find the private ones for your specific niche, but highly recommend the private groups. And once you're in the groups, you can see I've already done this here, because when I look at my shortcuts for Facebook groups, these 2 groups are mine, right? But then there's Ultimate High Ticket Affiliate Marketing and Coaching Group, Passive Income Ideas, because my avatar is somebody who wants to make money online. So it's not just, and people who want to make passive income. So it's not just affiliate marketing. And so what I can do is I go into these groups, and I don't do the, like, make all these different posts inside all these groups, because it takes forever and people get burnt out. I got burnt out trying to do that myself. So literally what I do is I go into the group and I see a post like this. What's one of your side hustles? And all these people that are commenting, well, they're people who I know are engaged on Facebook. So I just highlight my mouse over them and then I add them as a friend. See, we're already friends. And sometimes I can't add them because we don't have enough like mutual acquaintances, but then sometimes I can. And like I try to add around 10 people. And some people are like, "Oh, I don't like I don't like going in and adding friends, but it's like this is the reality of business. I don't add 50 friends a day because Facebook will slap your wrist if you try to do that. But here's the thing. It's like not every action that we take for our business is going to be something that we just like are so stoked about. But this is the action to grow your audience before it starts growing on its own. And after a while, you can start doing this less and less because your audience is growing strictly from your content. I flip and resell mattresses. This guy might want to learn how to make money online instead of doing that. Oh, okay. Pet sitting. See, all these people are people that want to make money and are doing things to make money. So they might be interested in affiliate marketing. And they see my content after we become friends, and they might really like that. So that's why I'm adding them. And so this is what I do, right? And this is what you should do too, regardless of what your head may say about it. Regardless of what I see other people making content saying, "Oh, I'm tired of having to do this." And it's like, having to do what? I'm clicking some buttons. You know, it's not like it's hard. Um, OnlyFans. Uh, and so another cool thing is, let's see, let's go into Jonathan Montoya's group. I like to do this in his group as well. Another thing that I like to do is when people are making a post that's having people reach out to get something, I friend request all those people too. And it's not like you're stealing leads. I've had people ask like, "Hey, is this kind of like stealing leads?" It's like, no, we're on Facebook together. I'm sending them a friend request. They still get to choose if they want to be my friend or not. And even if they become my friend, it doesn't mean that they're going to buy my stuff right away. It just means they may see more of my content. And so don't think of it like that. Think of it like building a high worth network, because everybody that you're adding to your network, they are people that are responding and actually using Facebook. Some people will tell you to just go straight to the members list here and just start going through and friend requesting everybody. And I've done that before, but the problem with that is, I could friend request this person and this person because we're mutual friends, but it's like this person could be in this group and like maybe hasn't even logged on to Facebook in 9 months, like because they don't like using the platform anymore. But they joined this group before that. And now we're friends. Or my friend request is waiting approval, but he's never going to see my content because he doesn't log on to Facebook. So going through and friend requesting the people who are engaged on the platform is way better because you're building your audience of people that are actually engaged. So that's how we leverage Facebook groups. And of course, you can go in there, you can be a little bit social too, and like respond to people's comments, respond to posts. But number one is friend requesting the people who are actually engaging. And they don't have to be engaging on your post. Notice how I didn't say make posts in any of this. This shouldn't take too much time. You can go through, once you're in groups, you can add 10, 15, 20 people a day to your Facebook profile. Send those friend requests out every day. And it only takes 10 minutes. That should be part of your daily routine. You wake up, do that. And see, I'm making sure I'm not missing anything here. Um, I think that's it. So go through, you add those people every day. It's not hard, it's super easy. And big changes like this is a small change. It's a small thing to do, but they add up over time. This is exactly what I did. And you look at my Facebook profile now, and I have like 4,600 followers. It's from doing this. This is what I do, right? And on top of that, people are going to start friend requesting you. Don't accept anybody's friend request. Simple as that. Like I don't accept friend requests. They just sit there. I don't delete them. I don't waste any time or any thought on somebody sending me a friend request. I don't think, was this somebody that I should add or not? I don't even, I just let it sit there because I want my friends to be the people that I choose to be my friends. Not because they chose me or they're trying to market or sell something to me. I ignore it. It's like friend requests that come to me in my mind don't even exist. And there's been so many times where there's been clients that are like, hey, I keep getting all these friend requests. And then it's like guys reaching out trying to like date me, or it's people trying to sell me Bitcoin or spam. And I'm just like, why are you why are you letting that into your life? Like, just don't respond to the friend requests, period. Like, if you don't respond to the friend request, you don't accept them, then they may be messaging you, but it's going into the spam message. Who cares? And so the people that I'm sending the people that are the new friends that I'm gaining are literally only from the people that I'm requesting. And if you're following the rest of the strategy that we're putting out here that are below in these below videos, even the people who are trying to reach out to you to buy your stuff or to ask about your offer, what you have, you'll notice because they're also engaging on your content. And those are the people that we get into the DMs with. And so you're not leaving anybody, people aren't slipping through the cracks because you're not accepting friend requests right out of the gate. And so, some people will be engaging on my content and on my posts, reaching out for things. And I go to send them a friend request because I noticed that we're not friends, and I see that they've already sent me one, and I'm like, okay, well, this person they're inquiring about stuff that I have and what I do, and they've sent me a friend request at some point in time. I don't remember when that happened. Then I go and accept that, and I get into a messenger conversation with them, but only when it's like I know that they're already interested in what I have. I don't accept any random friend requests from people. I send them. So that's the shift that we want to make. I send the friend requests. I'm not the one who's accepting them. If you're relying on people sending you friend requests to grow your business, basically what that means is the growth of your business is not in your control. If you are the one who is sending the friend requests, then the growth of your business is completely in your control. So, hope that was helpful for you. Join those groups and let's get into the next video. All right, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of it today. I'm super excited for this. So, what this video right here is just going to be a brief introduction of content marketing and kind of foreshadowing what we're doing in the following videos and why we're doing them. And so all of this stuff works together. Now that we have your Facebook profile optimized, we got you in some groups, you've been adding people to your list. And what I mean by your list, I mean your Facebook friends list, because uh, you're starting to really grow your network of the right people, of the targeted people, the people that you're looking to help. These are the people that you want responding to your posts and asking about your offers and stuff. So you may be thinking, okay, great. What are the posts? What are the posts? And we're getting into that. And so this is just a brief overview. We have 4 different types of posts. And I like to call this the RVLC method. And so what that stands for is we have results posts. And if you can't remember, this is okay because the following videos we're going to go into detail for each one of these. But we have results posts, we have lifestyle posts, RV. Uh, so yeah, results posts. We have value posts. That's the V. L for lifestyle posts, and then C for call to action posts. RVLC. Results, value, lifestyle, call to action. These are the different kinds of posts that we're making. And so let me share my screen real quick and show you how this whole strategy works instead of going into details on each type of post. I found it much more effective if I'm sharing with you first why we're doing it, so that way you understand. And so this is kind of like a mountaintop 10,000 foot view on these posts and how they all work together. Okay, so you should see my screen, and you should see this weird triangle thing that I've mapped out here. And what this is a funnel. And so what we have right here at the top, this is this stage right here. This is the top of the funnel. Okay. And so I have, it says reels up here, but you could exchange this for let's see, how do I draw on here? Is it this one? Calligraphy, freehand brush tool. This is also friend requests that we're sending. Friend requests. I used to have a drawing pad that I can use to just draw, and it died. I got to get a new one. So I'm using my mouse. So that's why I'm not trying to write too much stuff, because it'll just take forever. And you'll be sitting there watching me write like really slow, like, come on, Ron, get on with it. So, so if you're not making reels yet, it's okay. I don't want to overload you with too many things to do. You could just be sending friend requests to people in the targeted groups, like what we've talked about already. And what this is going to do is going to grow your audience, right? And so this is top of the funnel stuff. Top of the funnel means all the people in this stage right here, they don't know you. They're unaware of what you do. Okay. They don't know you. They don't know who you are. They don't know what you do. And so when you send friend requests, what happens? As soon as you send a friend request, as soon as you receive a friend request, if you're not following my instruction from the last video, if you receive a friend request, the first thing you do is you go look at their Facebook profile and you determine whether or not you want them as a friend or not. See, I don't have the bandwidth to do any of that myself. I just don't do that anymore. But this is what other people do when I send them a friend request, right? So what does this mean? Every time you send a friend request to somebody, they are looking at your optimized Facebook profile. Are you starting to see the power of this now? You send the friend request, they look at your profile, which in itself is a funnel, right? And so, or if you're making reels, which we will get to later on, but for right now, just focus on the friend requests. People, reels reach a wider audience of people that you're not connected with yet, and some of those people will go look at your Facebook profile. So now they look at your Facebook profile, they see your I help statement. It's optimized. They see what you do, who you help. This is why your Facebook profile optimization, it's all about them. None of it's about you. It's about them. And so, and they think, wow, this person I have that problem. This person might be able to help me with that. And what they see is when they start scrolling through your content, they see your different types of posts. They see your results posts. They see your lifestyle posts where you're just like, it's just posts of you living your life, doing things that you like. So they see that you're a human being and not some marketing robot. You have interests, and some people, they may have the problem that you help solve, but they may also like some of the same things that you like, which really builds that likability factor, right? Where they really like you. They feel like they know you. They feel like you guys are the same. They feel like in real life you guys would be buddies. And so they see your results post. So they also see that, with the results post, it shows that you can actually solve their problem. They see your value posts where you're just sharing things that are helpful. And so they're like, wow, this person really knows what they're talking about. And so all of this goes together. And then eventually they see your offer posts, which are your call to action posts, where you're having them do something. You're having them comment to get your offer. You're having them, that's what we always do. We have them comment something so that we can send them our offer in Messenger. And there's a reason why we have them comment. We're not going to get into all the details of that right here, because that's in an upcoming video. But so all of this they go to your Facebook profile, they see your offer post or your call to action post, and they take an action, they comment. And then we get into Facebook Messenger with those people, and then we share our offer. And when we do that, crazy thing happens. we make money. Right. This is how it works. This is literally the format that I followed to have $10,000 days. It was either 3 or 4 times this year, right? To have $100,000, almost $100,000 in revenue, starting from scratch, was just doing this, content marketing. Yeah, we ran ads from time to time here and there, but the ads added people to our email list and they weren't profitable yet. We're still figuring that out. So, like, this is what the revenue came from, is this. Uh, and so, super important. This is why I wanted to release this for $7 to people, just this Facebook organic section, because honestly, I want to massively over deliver, give you guys results, build a lot of trust, build a lot of like, know, and trust, get you guys results. And that way I can sell you more helpful stuff, and if you're already in the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy and you got everything, congrats. This is it. My life's work. So, this is the overview. This is what we're doing here on Facebook, and you can use this same process. Works for Instagram as well. But like I said, I like Facebook better because you can join targeted groups to really help grow your network fast. So in the following videos, we're going to go over the RVLC method: results, lifestyle, results, value, lifestyle, call to action, and how to create those posts. I'm going to show you examples from each category from my Facebook profile so you can see what they look like, and we'll get right into it. We'll see you in the next video. All right, so let's get into it. So number one, what we're going to be going over in this quick video is results posts. And keep in mind, this is just one of the 4 different types of posts that we need to be creating on a consistent basis to really build an audience that likes, knows, and trusts us, and also wants to reach out to us for what we have so that they're buying our stuff. Because we can grow an audience of a bunch of people, but it doesn't matter if nobody's buying anything, right? So when we use this method, we can really get a lot of sales and get sales that actually make a difference with a very small audience, because the audience is built up of the right people. So with 4 results, let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. And I just want to show you this document that I've been creating, and you can get this down below. I have a link to this document down below in this video. And so, results posts, what these do is they build our social proof and our credibility with our audience. They show our audience that what we talk about and what we do, it actually gets results. And you may be thinking, well, what if I don't have any sales yet? How can I make a results post if I don't have any sales? So there's different types of results posts. Sales are basically the end of the line when it comes to get sales. As you can see right now, there's multiple steps that have to be taken along the way, right? And so you can start to implement the RVLC method in full and notice that your audience is more engaged, that that your audience is growing. And you can make a post about that. That is a results post. Like, any progress that you make on the way towards a sale is a result. Any progress that you make on the way towards the sale is a result. And you can post about that progress, and that is a results post. Another thing that you can do is you can post about, if you want to start posting about sales, you can post other people's testimonials from the program that you're promoting. You can promote other people. You can use other people's testimonials. You can talk about other people's stories. Like, if you just hopped in here into the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, you can make a post that's like, so glad I joined the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy. One of the students in there, Lanson, made $9,000 this year, or made $9,000, however you want to say it, this year, promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy alone. Like, that's a results post. You're talking about somebody else's results, but it's still a results post.
And I did this when I was starting out because I didn't have results of my own to talk about yet. And if you're thinking that you need results to talk about to be able to get sales, talking about your sales does help you get more sales. It's weird how that works, but everybody starts off with no results. It's not required to talk about your sales to get sales. If that were the case, then nobody would ever get any sales because everyone starts with zero. And so, if you're just sharing about the things that you're learning, about the newfound clarity that you have, that is a results post. And that builds your social proof and your credibility with your audience, with the people who are just a few steps behind you. And so, don't let not having sales yet stop you from making results posts because they're really important. And all these different types of posts that I've talked about so far are all results posts. And so, like I said, we want to use other people's results if you don't have your own yet. And So another thing is you want to make sure that the first line or two of your post um, is something that's going to stop the scroll. It's something that's going to get them. It's got to be related to your post or the image or whatever it is that you're posting, but it should be something that gets people to stop too. And let me show you some examples real quick. I'm going to head over to Facebook and we'll just scroll through my profile and we'll I'll show you some results posts so you can see what they look like. Just a sec. All right. So we got my Facebook profile. You guys should be able to see this. See, this actually is a call to action post, but we'll get into that in another video. And this is a results post. It's not even talking about sales. I'm talking about organic Facebook engagement. Organic engagement's been on fire this month, like with a fire emoji. That's it. And a screenshot of the fact that this month reached, 5,700 people, had 3,200 people engaging on my posts, and 82 new followers. That's it. And look what happened. I posted this. I went to bed super late last night. It was like 3 in the morning, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, I took a screenshot and I just posted it. Like the times that you post doesn't matter. All these little things don't matter. As long as you're posting consistently, that's what matters. I didn't even check this post yet today. It's got 7 comments so far, and the one that I see is, "Hey, bro, can you teach me how?" Like this is what I'm talking about. When you follow this framework, and that was 17 minutes ago. When you follow this framework, your leads will be reaching out to you asking about what you have. Like that's so freaking awesome to see on this example that it's happening right there. Because if you just follow this stuff, it works. I'm telling you. Um, and this is a results post where I'm not even talking about money or sales, right? And let's see, looking for more results posts. I'm just going to scroll past the ones that aren't results posts. Here's another one. Right? Sweet. And I haven't even been posting every day. And I haven't. And it's like quality posts and daily engagement with your audience have increased your visibility for 68 days. And I think I got a lot of results posts lately. And it's not because I got a lot of results lately. It's just I've just been posting that a lot. So that lets me know that I got to put some other types of posts up next. Um, Yeah, 5 years. This is a results post from a long time ago. You could even use this is a screenshot from 5 years ago that I found in my phone. I was like, oh, I'll post that. 5 years ago today, had my first $1,000 day from affiliate marketing. Wasn't all rainbows and butterflies since then, but I'm super grateful for the journey this one payday started me on. See, and this is like the hook right here. 5 years ago, I had my first $1,000 day. A lot of people are like, whoa, $1,000 a day? Wait, how do you do that? So that gets people to keep reading. And I'm not asking them to do anything. See, the thing is, people are seeing this, and it's like I'm depositing credibility and trust into the bank. so that when I make my offer post, when I make my call to action post, I could withdraw that trust and credibility. And people are like, yes, I want the thing you have. So that's why we have all these different types of posts. And we have 3 different posts that aren't offer posts. And when you do this right, people will still comment on the posts that aren't even meant to get you leads. And they'll still comment asking about what you have, like what you saw earlier. And so these are all different types of results posts. But you could also have a post where, see, this is some value content. This is a lifestyle. We'll share that in the following videos. Yeah, okay, this is a call to action post. But yeah, look at this. You do this stuff right. It's like I got like 150 leads from this post. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. Really simple, super simple for you guys. If you don't have results to talk about yet, you can always leverage the result. If you're promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, you can use the results of any of the clients that you've seen me post. Like if you've seen me post about client results, you could tell their stories. You can talk about their results. And one thing that I really like even better than that, is talking about the clarity that you're already getting. Like if you feel like after going through this Facebook organic that you finally understand Facebook organic, that's a results post. Be like, I'm so glad I've finally found someone to teach me Facebook organic and in a way that makes sense and works for me. And you don't have an offer after that. You don't say, and if you want to check it out, it's like, no, you just talk about the clarity, like finally experiencing clarity, and then like have a picture of you like super stoked and excited, and just share a little bit about the clarity. That's a results post, whether you know it or not, because you have some results that you just got. And so I hope this makes sense for you. If you have questions, of course, just go into the Facebook group and ask away. And like I said, that document that I was sharing will be linked below this video. Another thing that I want to share with you, a book that really helped me understand this when I was first getting started, is a book by Russell Brunson called Expert Secrets. It really helped me get the clarity that I needed to learn how to tell my stories in my posts that get people to reach out and to engage. And it's a really high level book. It's actually, one second. Hold on. I'm going to grab it off the bookshelf real quick. The only reason I wanted to grab this is because this is not one of the kind of books that you just read once and you're done. Like, look at this thing. It is so used and abused. I've had this thing for 4 years, and I have like all these different tabs marked out so that when I want to do something specific, I can flip right to that section and like know what to do. I haven't had to reference in a while because I studied this thing like a textbook. So I'm going to leave a link to this book down below too. This is not something where it's like you're going to pick it up, you're going to read it, and then boom, you're going to see these amazing results like instantly right away. But this is like, if you're really serious about growing your business and you're really serious about taking this to the place where you can quit your day job and you have freedom and you can make different offers and do different things and live this lifestyle where you make your own hours and you do the things that you want to do, you need this book. So I hope that was helpful. I'll leave a book below. I'll leave a link to the book below so that you can get your copy, and we'll see you in the next video. What's up, guys? So today we're going to be going into value posts. We've already covered results posts, and if you haven't watched that yet, then you're not going through this in order. So get back up there and watch that. That's the video that we did right before this one. Should be going through this stuff from top to bottom. If you have watched that, you understand the concept. Cool. Today we're going to be going into value posts, and I'm going to share my screen and just share exactly what this is and then give you guys some examples. All right, so let's do it. There we go. Why isn't it sharing? Share the screen. There we go. Cool. All right. So value posts. So what these are, they're meant to give your ideal client, your ideal prospects, your avatar, um, they're meant to give them aha moments. And like I said earlier, none of this content is really about you unless it's a lifestyle post, and we'll get to that. But everything else, results posts, that could be kind of about you, but we're doing it to show the prospect that it's possible. So it's really about them. But value posts specifically are really about them. You want to dive into um, the defining your avatar by pain and in the worksheets that we did in that module, and really look at like, okay, what is the pain that they're experiencing right now that you have some clarity from. Like, here's one example. Maybe you joined this organic marketing course, or you joined the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy and you had no idea how to do Facebook organic marketing. And now you're starting to really understand it. You've had some aha moments, and you know that your prospect is confused when it comes to Facebook organic marketing. And they've tried running Facebook ads and TikTok ads and YouTube ads and all these different ads because and solo ads, right? Because they can't really figure out how to get organic marketing to work. And so you can talk about that pain. You could talk about, especially if you've been there, you could talk, what you do is you talk about how you felt, right? How you felt when you were there. And you tell a brief story about it. And then you say, hey, maybe you felt this way too. But something that I've recently learned that's given me a lot of clarity around this is XYZ. And so we're sharing the aha moment, right? That's what we're doing. But instead of just sharing the thing you learned, you're sharing about where you were at, and then and where you were at is where the prospect should be right now. And then you move into the aha moment. And what this does is it gives them this massive shift in their perspective, right? So that's what this does. And when you start to share that aha moment, it makes them see that all these other things that you try, like solo ads and Facebook ads, and that actually wasn't the solution. The solution was that you weren't looking at organic marketing like the right way, like whatever it is, XYZ, whatever value that you're sharing. And it helps them to see their problems and their struggles in a new light. And in turn, this opens their mind to take a different or new action to solve their problem. And this is really important because what else is also a different or a new action? If they've never been a client of yours, if they've never bought in any of your affiliate products before, well, buying and investing into whatever it is that you're promoting through you, well, that is a different and new action. Do you see how these two things are connected? We get to change their perspective, shift their perspective. It opens their mind to the possibility of doing something different than what they've been doing. And what fits perfectly into that category is investing in what you recommend. So this is why value posts are so powerful. And we don't get leads directly from value posts, but it creates shifts in their mind and it keeps the audience tuned in so that when you do make an offer post, when you do make that call to action post that we're going to talk about, I believe it's in, 2 videos down. We're going to talk about that. Don't skip ahead though, because all this is important. Your call to action post will not work if you don't make these other posts first. And this is why. So when we give people this perspective shift, it opens their mind to the possibility of taking new and different action to be able to achieve the results, to hit the goals that they're looking to hit. And even as I'm sharing this, you may start to notice how you've seen some of my content or some of my video content, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's in the Facebook group, that's given you this shift in perspective, right? You may start to connect the dots looking back at how some of the stuff that you've watched just happens to stand out and you don't even really know why. It just feels like I get you and I'm sharing the things that you needed at the moment that you needed it. Well, this is the formula in action. So I wanted to point that out so that you can see, wow, that's okay. This is how this process worked, and it's how it made me feel. And now I'm here. I invested, and I'm going through this material. This is how this works. And so you want to teach something, and another type of value post, right? Because there's multiple types. There's like sharing an aha moment like that. There's teaching something that you've learned that would be helpful for your ideal avatar. There's telling your origin story. And that example that I gave earlier, it's kind of like all these mixed together, because the whole point of this is you want to be sharing something that's valuable for them. And the most people think that information is valuable, like how to XYZ. But and it is in a sense, but information is really easy to get. You have Google, you have Chat GPT, like you have YouTube. You can just find information. As soon as you figure out that you have a question, you can find the answer to it like pretty quickly with just a little bit of effort. Um, and the thing that is actually the most valuable is transformation, or in other words, a shift in thinking. And so when your value post can deliver a shift in thinking, that is what's going to get them wanting to see the next piece of content. That's what's going to get them binging your stuff. And if they're binging your content, then guess what? They're going to run into one of your call to action posts and invest. And that's how this works. And so we could also give that same shift in thinking from showing a transformational post. Um, Talking about where you were and some of your habits and behaviors and the results that got you, and where you're at now. Your new habits, new behaviors, your new outlook, how things, the increased clarity that you've gotten, the results that you've gotten, sales that you've gotten, people clicking or opting into your affiliate link, just your mindset, knowing how the future is going to be, right? That's really, really valuable, especially for people who were in that space that you used to be in, that may not see the future through these rose-colored glasses that you see the future through with increased clarity. And so now I want to give you some examples of value posts. And a lot of my value posts happen to be in video. I like video. I don't know if you can tell if you follow my stuff that I do a lot of video. But I wanted to find one and that I wrote out so I can share it with you here. And you can see my screen because I didn't want to just play my videos. You can go watch my videos. Most of my videos are value videos. I just happen to like the format better. But if I wanted to type it out, I could type out everything I'm saying. It's the same thing. So here's one for you. And some of the value posts, they don't get that much engagement. Like this one didn't. And actually somebody was mad. But that's a whole nother story. When you start growing, some people will just be mad. And that's okay, because we're not here to make everybody happy. We're here to serve the people that we're called to serve. And so, anyways, let's read this. I don't have enough time. Probably the biggest crock of shit we all say to ourselves. And it's like, whoa, calling people out, right? And yes, I'm guilty of it too. That kind of makes it okay to call them out. I'm like, yeah, I'm calling myself out. But I learned a powerful reframe to help with this. I don't have enough time because this just isn't a priority for me. Damn, that really puts things into perspective. So if growing your online business seems like something you just can't fit into your life, ask yourself, is it really a priority? And there's no wrong answers here. If it isn't, that's cool. But if it is a priority for you, maybe because you want to leave that job you're working, or you want to make some extra money for yearly vacations with the fam, and you find yourself not showing up for your business consistently, ask yourself, what's more important to you? The things that you told yourself and your family that you're going to accomplish, or all the little things throughout the day that are sucking up time. Things like scrolling on TikTok that turns into an hour, a little scrolling on TikTok that turns into an hour, or searching Netflix to find a new series that you know won't be that good because you already watched all the good ones. The choice is up to you. On the road to success, we all have to make little sacrifices. They don't have to be huge. Just making little ones here and there is a great start. And it's like, it's not even, it's like, hey, like, you have the time, even if you think you don't. Like that's the whole point of the post, right? And so that's an example of a value post, because that's not something that it's not the way that I used to look at things. And you can see a lot of my reels, they're value posts. I'll do like a live video uh, for value posts. But another really good formula for creating a value post, especially when you're new and you're just getting started, is you learn something, you take action on it, and then you talk about that. So you can talk about the different types of posts. You can make posts um, about giving value and making call to action posts, and everything that you learned in this module. You can make content about this if it fits for your avatar. If it doesn't, it depends on what you promote, right? Everything goes back to that. It's whatever's valuable for their growth. And that's what you want to be talking about. And if you need further clarification on if something like is a value post or not, like that's what the support group is for. So you hop in there. If you're in the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, because multiple people have access to this, right? If you're actually in the full-on Affiliate Breakthrough Academy coaching program, we could dive into there when we get on our weekly Zoom calls, and you could literally share your screen. We could look at the post together, even before you post it, and figure out like what's the best way to optimize this post, and do that together, like live right there on Zoom. And if you're in the $7 Facebook organic and you want to be a part of that, if you're like, oh, like they get on Zooms weekly and like Ron actually reviews all their stuff, like if they ask for it, you can just go to any one of the modules that is restricted for you right now, and click on the button to get access. It'll take you to the order form page, and you just click on the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy. There's a monthly, and then there's a yearly. So just choose any one of those, and you will get instant access to that, and also all the replays. But so just so you know, when I mentioned that, if you're like, what is this he's talking about? That's what it is. So anyways, I hope this was helpful for you. And in the next video, we're going to get into the nice, juicy call to action posts. All right, lifestyle posts. So I love these posts. Lifestyle posts are posts that are meant to humanize you. So, because think about it like this: if you become friends with somebody on Facebook, and every single thing that you see from them is talking about their offer, it's talking about, hey, like you got to get this, you got to get this, you got to get this, like reach out, here's the link, you got to get. You're just like, it feels like you log in, like you ever log into YouTube and you go watch a YouTube video, and then like an ad plays and you're like, damn it, I can't skip this one. And then so you watch the whole ad, and then you're like, all right, cool, the video's about to start. And then the timer rolls down, and then another ad starts, and then you're like, oh, I don't like, this isn't what I want to see. I mean, I'm sure you probably have experienced this, right? I know I have too. Well, the people that are only posting about their offer over and over again, that is the experience that they are providing. Except when one ad stops, it's always another one. It's never the thing that they really want. And so this is why we have to have lifestyle posts. People don't come onto social media to learn a bunch of things or to buy a bunch of things. That's never what people come onto social media for. They come on there to connect with other people. And so we have to have lifestyle posts. But at the same time, we can't just have lifestyle posts. You can't just be sharing things about your life. And I see this far too often. Now that we've covered, well, let me share exactly what lifestyle posts are first, and then I'll share some do's and some don'ts. Okay. So lifestyle posts, let's get right into it. So what we want to do for these lifestyle posts is we want to pick 3 principles or concepts about your life that you can consistently share with your audience. If you've stalked my Facebook profile at all, you'll probably notice that I will post about my pets, my family, and skateboarding or hiking, right? So it's like recreational activities, pets, family. And the reason why I post about those things is because they're all things that are important to me and they're a big part of my life. Like I love all of those things. I love our dog Coda and cat Edie, my girlfriend, my family, my mom, my dad, my brother. I love skateboarding. Um, I love hiking. It's not the best season right now to go do it, but I love to do it. I love to be outside. And there's, of course, I have other interests and other things. I like playing Call of Duty and playing video games. I like watching good shows on Netflix. I'm not one of these entrepreneurs that's going to tell you that you shouldn't ever play a video game or you shouldn't ever watch TV if you like it. And because this whole thing is like we're living life and we're supposed to be enjoying our life, right? I'm in a 12-step program and I help I help other guys get sober. I've been sober almost 3 years now, and but I don't post about that often because it's not one of the three principles or concepts that I decided to talk about in my profile. Right? I keep it consistent. I talk about and I share certain aspects of my life. When I go on trips and things like that, I'll talk about that. But you want to pick three principles. See, my principles are like family and doing things that you love. Really, those are the three principles. I have like two principles, and I include our fur babies in the family, right? The dog and the cat. So it's like the dog and the cat. It's the girlfriend. And there's doing things that I love. There just happens to be multiple things that I showcase when it comes to that. And so, and when I make these posts, I don't talk about marketing at all in them. If I post a video of my cat doing something weird, it's just a video of my cat doing something weird. And there's nothing that says join our Facebook group. It's like no, because once you do that, it's not a lifestyle post anymore. So to make it a lifestyle post, it has to be pure. It's just you sharing something about your life. That's it. And the reason why these are important is it humanizes you. It makes you not feel like a marketing robot. It makes it so that people don't have this experience where they feel like your profile or it's just ads over and over again. Because here's the thing, nobody cares about all the details of the product that you're promoting. As I'm saying this, you may start to notice that I don't go into graphic detail about everything that's inside of this program that you're in right now. If you go to my Facebook profile, there's some posts that mention that I have it and that you can get it. And there's like a couple details about it. Because those details, all the things that you get, all the stuff that's in the bag, like that is not what makes people want it. So, and here's an analogy for you. Before I go into this analogy, though, I do want to share that people buy from people they like, know, and trust, and that they feel like are like them. And so, by sharing parts of your life, you're actually enabling people to connect with you. So, this makes it so that your value posts, when they do see those, they hold more weight. They make it so that your results post, not only do they see the results that you're getting or that you're sharing about, but they see themselves being able to get them because they have already decided that they are like you because of your lifestyle posts. So all of these work together. And they work together synergistically, right? So it's like you have to be making all these different kinds of posts for this to work. And really builds that like, know, and trust factor. And side note, I said I would talk about this, so we're going to. There's a concept where people think that if you just talk about all the things that they're going to get in your program or whatever it is that you're promoting on your profile, that's what's going to make them buy it. But imagine if I had this big paper bag and I said, hey, I got this big paper bag filled with filled with stuff. It's actually, I mean, it's not filled. I just got like one thing in here, and it's got, it's like a toothbrush for oral hygiene, right? So I got this toothbrush in this bag, and you're like, I'm good. I got everything I need for oral hygiene. I'm good. And I'm like, well, what if I made the bag bigger and I put toothpaste and floss picks and whitening strips and and like the bag is just overflowing with dental stuff now. And I'm like, now you see all this stuff I got in here now? Like now you want it, right? And it's like, no, I'm good on hygiene stuff. I told you, not dental hygiene stuff. Most people think that if they just share all the contents of the bag, that's enough to make people want to get the bag and make the bag bigger and put more stuff in the bag. And it's not it at all. What makes people want the bag is the fact that they want what you have. And what you have is your life, your lifestyle, your clarity, your vision. And this is the stuff that's portrayed in all of your content put together. And so, anyways, I digress. That was a little side note. So let's show you some lifestyle posts. All right, we're going to share this tab instead. All right, I'm just scrolling through. I think I'm like back in October. This is a lifestyle post. It's me making fun of my brother. My brother John a few years back looking like Mac Dre. If you don't know who Mac Dre is, he's like an old school like Bay Area rapper that John really looks like in this picture. And that's it. I'm not asking people to do anything. I'm not like check out my Facebook group. It's just a picture of my brother, right? And let's see some more value posts or lifestyle posts. This is a lifestyle post. It's a reel of me trying to remember how to skateboard. I just went out skateboarding one Sunday and I was filming some of it, and it's just me living my life and doing things that I like to do. This is another lifestyle post. Me a while back and my friend Charles on this speedboat out here in Santa Barbara. That's it. And even the caption just says hauling ass, Santa Barbara. Like I'm not trying to get them to do anything. I'm just sharing parts of my life. And so another lifestyle post, photo dump from our anniversary date last month. But if you notice, I am skipping over certain posts because it's like there's lifestyle posts and then there is a call to action post, which is what we're going to get into here in a little bit. Then it's like, oh, lifestyle post, value post, value post, value post, lifestyle post, results post, talking about client results, value post, call to action. So lifestyle posts, they're fairly simple because it's just you're just sharing your life that you're living. And so yeah, you can literally go make a lifestyle post like right now. I want to share some do's and don'ts real quick. And that's what I see most people doing is they are either making only lifestyle posts and then wondering why they're not getting any sales. They're only making lifestyle posts, or they're only making value posts. All they're doing is sharing bits of information that they're learning on every single post that they make, and that's it. Or it's really rare to see somebody only talking about results, because if people are getting results, then they usually know that you have to go back and forth between these posts. But these are the two common problems I see. It's results, or it's lifestyle posts only, and then they're like, how come I'm not making any sales? Or it's value posts only, and how come I'm not making any sales? And it's like you need to have lifestyle posts and value posts and call to action posts. You saw that when I was going through the profile just now, you saw all of those. There was more lifestyle posts and more value posts, and then some results posts, and then there was like a couple call to actions here and there. And so in the next video, we're going to be going into call to actions and sharing with you exactly how to create those and what to do afterwards. Let's go check it out. What's going on? All right, I'm super pumped for this because these posts, call to action posts, these are the posts that make you money from Facebook organic. These are the posts that get you leads so that you can get into messenger conversations with people who have expressed interest. So they're not like, why are you messaging me? Who are you? They're not doing any of that. They've said they wanted this thing. You get in a messenger conversation with them. You give it to them. Sometimes you have to follow up with them after that, but we'll get into that when it comes to messenger. But how to make these posts so that people are raising their hand saying, I am interested in what you have and what you offer, right? So there's two different types of call to action posts. And so the first one is fairly simple. And the next one is it utilizes some more sales principles. So the first one is it's what I like to call a short CTA. And we're going to cover that in the next video right below here. The other type is what I like to call the PAISA format. That stands for PAISA is PAISA. It's an acronym. I'll go into that in the video, 2 videos down below this. But so, yeah, I'm really excited for this. The short ones I've noticed get a lot of engagement. The PAISA format ones, they tend to get people who are really bought in already and that aren't like they're like raising both hands and like, yes, me. And so the difference between the two, I'll just share my screen real quick and show you the difference between the two. Let's see. And then we'll get into it in the next video and show you exactly what they both look like. All right. So boom, sharing screen, and we'll go to Facebook. All right, so if I go to my profile, this is an example of a short call to action post, right? And what I like to do is I just have the info and I put it on an image. I'll show you guys how to do that in the video below this. And it's just like, hey, who wants it? And then people are commenting, 50 comments. So a PAISA format call to action. See, I'm looking on my profile for the last one that I did. They can be a little bit lengthier, and we'll get into it in the PAISA video. That's what we'll do. But what I really like is they could be a little bit lengthier, but you can use them in video format. It's like the PAISA framework is what you use to create your script of what you're saying and the stories that you're telling. And so without further ado, let's just get right into it. Go over to the next video and I'll show you how to make your short call to actions. I do want to also say real quick before that if you aren't making the other types of posts that we've already covered, and if you're not doing everything that we've already talked about, adding new people to your Facebook friends list, going into groups, connecting with your ideal avatar, doing that consistently, making these other kinds of posts. If you're not doing that, this call to action post will not work. So this is the way I like to look at it. If you're connecting with your avatar, that means they're going to be able to see your posts. If you're making the other types of posts, each one of those posts is like, it's like putting a deposit into the bank. Now imagine that you go and you open a brand new bank account and you don't put any money in it. You just open it. And then 2 days later, you go to the bank and you say, I would like to withdraw $1,000, please. They're going to be like, you don't have it in here. You can't withdraw it. And so that's what's happening when people are trying to, if you try to make call to action posts before you made the other posts, you're essentially going to the bank and you're asking for a withdrawal before you've deposited anything. And these other posts, these value posts, these lifestyle posts, these results posts, even if you're just talking about clarity or other people's results, those are deposits. Those are deposits in your digital bank account, right? In your audience. And so once you've been making some deposits, then you can make a call to action post and start to withdraw those deposits. And the format that I like to use for this is I like to make one call to action post a week, and the rest of my posts are the other types. So anyways, let's get right into it. We'll see you in the next one. All right, so this video is going to be short and sweet. We're just going into how to make these short call to action posts. And the reason why I like these is they tend to get a lot of engagement. The algorithm tends to favor them for whatever reason, at least for right now, what I've noticed over the year. And so let's just share my screen and we'll get right into it. I'm going to make one right now with you guys. And so, and this is one, like if you're promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, if you're promoting this $7 organic, or you're promoting the full Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, you can use this call to action post that I'm going to give an example of. Like, feel free to use it. But first, I'm going to share the principles behind this. So what we do is we head over to Facebook. Like, here's one right here. And so it just happened to be up. Okay. So what we do is we go over to Facebook and we're going to type out our call to action post. So let's see. Recorded a free training on how to turn your social media into a personal ATM machine. Who wants to check it out? And the reason why I say you can use this is because literally this training that I'm talking about, it's what's on the opt-in page. So if you're promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, when you share your affiliate link for somebody to join the free group, because that's where the affiliate link takes people to, takes them to join a group. They enter their name and their email, and then they go into our revenue generating machine in our system, and which spits out sales, and then you get commissions for that. And so this training that I'm talking about is the training that when they click on your affiliate link, there's a training video right there, and they could watch that training, and they opt in because it's like, hey, there's 30 other guides and trainings in the group. We just wanted to let you guys see the kind of value that's actually in these trainings beforehand, before you enter your name and email to join. And so this training is literally on that page. So I'm saying recorded a free training on how to turn your social media into a personal ATM machine. Who wants to check it out? And if people say yes, or if they say yes, I want to check it out, then you share your affiliate link with them because the training is on that page. It's so simple. And so you type this in, and then what you want to do for these short call to action posts is see right here where it says there's a capital A and then a smaller A. Click on that, and then you want to click these 4 squares here, because it's going to show you all these different designs that you can have behind your post. And then you want to pick one that's kind of festive, that's going to stand out, and that you haven't recently used. Like, I don't ever pick the sad raining one, because it's like, that doesn't look, it looks sad, right? And people don't like to move towards things that look sad. And the fire one would be great, but a lot of times it's hard to read the words. Actually, oh, this one works, because sometimes the words are going over the fire and you can't read it. And so you'll notice if you try to make this too long, like if I just keep typing, then it goes away. There's a character limit here. And so you have to make sure that what you're typing is short and sweet. That's why this is a short call to action. And all right, you want to make sure that it's readable, and then post. It's simple. And so if you're not promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, what you can do is you go over to your affiliate link. You click on your affiliate link, if you haven't done that yet, then I highly advise that you do. Just to see, oh, was I sharing my screen? I don't think I was. Well, I'll show you what I typed out. Damn it, I'll just start it over. No, I'll show you guys what I typed out. All right, so boom, there we go. Now I'm sharing my screen. And so I'll show you how I made this post real quick because it's super simple. So I typed my post in here. I literally just typed out recorded a training on etc. 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 See, for you guys, if you use this, you won't say recorded a training because you didn't record it. You could say my coach recorded a training on a free training on, and then you could use it word for word. And I'll let you guys see the post so that you can see the wording, or you can go to my profile to see it. But see, this is the big A, little a that I was talking about here. And you click on this, and then you click on these 4 dots right here, these 4 squares, and it pulls up all these designs that you can see here. And okay, I just wanted to double check and make sure you can see what I was doing. And so this is the raining one, like I said, that I don't like because it looks sad. And if you want to get back to the designs, you click the 4 dots again, and it pulls them all up. And you could use a design that is going to work for you, right? And then you just hit post. It's super simple. And so this is what I just did. Recorded a free training on how to turn your social media into a personal ATM machine. Who wants to check it out? And so if you're promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, feel free to use that. And if you're promoting something else, you want to click on your affiliate link and look at the page that comes up when you click on your affiliate link. Look at what it's promising. Look at what it's saying. What are they getting when they enter their name and their info in? And literally use that. Like if it's saying, if it's something like, hey, lose weight with these, or lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. If that's what the promise is, and it's like and it says check out this free training or this free guide or this free checklist. Well, to be able to do it, whatever it happens to be, then you literally go on here and you say, I'm giving out a free checklist to help you lose weight, to help you lose whatever the promise is, to help you lose 10 pounds in 14 days. Who's interested? Or who wants to check it out? And so what you're doing is you're getting people to comment. You're giving them a call to action. The people who want the thing are going to comment and say me. Another trick that I like to use for this is instead of saying who wants to check it out, I'll say drop a GIF below, or a GIF, whatever they're called, if you want to check it out. Because then people start commenting GIFs, and that is an engagement hack. And we'll get into engagement hacks later on. But when people comment GIFs on your post, it makes Facebook show it to more people. So, but this is call to action posts in a nutshell, short call to action posts. So they're super easy. They're super simple. There's no excuse to not do them. So get out there and make your call to action posts. This is what brings the money in. All right. We'll see you in the next video where I go over the PAISA format. And we're back. All right, I'm super pumped for this tonight. We're going to be going over the call to action post and specifically the PAISA format. So let's just go ahead and share the screen and get right into this. I'm going to share the document. I'm going to go over the stuff. I'm going to explain it. And then I'm going to show you some examples of the PAISA format in action. I went and found some of my longer PAISA format written posts because I do a lot of mine in video now. But I found some of them that were written so that we can go over them together here on the video. So let's get right into it. All right. So here's the document. Of course, to get a copy of this document, you can click the button right below this video. And once you open it up, you can click on File, which is right over here, and then click Make a Copy. And it will create your own copy that you can edit and rename. It'll be in your own Google Docs account. So call to action posts. So what these do is they push people to the next step in your funnel. And by funnel, what I mean is your process. For this example, if you're just doing Facebook organic and you don't have a system IO funnel or a click funnel or any of that stuff, your funnel is Facebook organic posts, getting people to your profile, and then it's getting them to respond to a call to action, and then it's reaching out in Messenger till you share your affiliate link. That is your funnel. All a funnel is a step-by-step process that you take people through, and you take people through, and at the top of the funnel, people don't know who you are, and at the bottom of it, they buy your stuff. And it's the same process that you take people through when they go from stranger to paying client on that journey. That is your funnel. And so call to action posts push people to the next step in your funnel. And the next step is a messenger conversation. And this is how you extract cash from your audience. In other words, this is the kind of post that makes you money. And so this should only be about 10% of your posts. So 1 of every 10 posts should be a call to action type of post. You don't want to be doing call to action, call to action, call to action, call to action over and over again, because people get tired of it. I said this in a different video, but it makes it feel like your profile or your social media account is just a giant advertisement, and people will stop responding because it'll work for a little while and then it won't work. And you'll be like, what's going on? It's like, well, you got to make some more results posts, some more lifestyle posts, some more value posts, and then make another call to action post, and it'll work again. So there's a balance, right? And so you should only have about 1 out of 10 posts should be a call to action post. The way I like to do this is I like to do a call to action post about once a week. And so now we're going to go into the PAISA format. I already explained how to do a shorter call to action post, but how do we do a longer one that gets people really bought in? And the benefit of this is you can use this in videos too. So if you go through this format of what you're talking about in your video or on a written post, it gets people to reach out to you, or it gets people to do basically what you tell them to do. And so number 1, so what is PAISA in the first place? Like, what is this word? What does it mean? Well, it actually doesn't mean anything. It's an acronym. So it's PAISA. And what does the P stand for? So the P, it stands for pain. So this is the order of the things that you should be talking about in your post or in your video, right? And so the first thing that you're going to talk about, pain. What is the pain that your perfect customer avatar, the people that you're looking to help, what is the pain that they are currently in? And this should be pain that your product or service or whatever it is that you're promoting solves, right? It should be a problem that what you're promoting solves. So, and we've already mapped out their different pain points in a previous module where we figured out who they even are in the first place. We've mapped out their pain points. You should have these on a Google document. So you should be able to, if you forgot what their pain points are, you should be able to go to that document and be like, oh, this is one of the things that they're sick and tired of, and that they want to change. And so you just refer back to that document. And so, okay, what is the pain your perfect customer avatar is in? Start your post by creating a hook around this pain to get your perfect customer avatar to stop scrolling and start paying attention to your posts. And we'll get into examples of this, but it's like, okay, one thing is, like, let's say that the pain is creating content that gets no sales, right? And it's like, you ever feel like you're on this content hamster wheel where you're just making so much content and literally nothing is happening? No sales are coming in. You might get some people saying, hey, nice post, but that's it. Anybody who experiences this, they are going to stop scrolling and pay attention to your post because they're like, oh, that's going on right now. Like I've been in this state for 6 months, right? And so that's why we start by talking about the pain. Now we agitate the pain. Think about this like, so we're going to tell a quick story about ourselves when we experienced this pain. That's what we're going to do. And what this does is it's kind of like twisting the knife a little bit. Think about it like we're getting them to feel this pain that they're already in, because most people like to try to ignore their pain and their problems. And so us stating that pain, it's kind of like they're wincing, like, ooh, that hurts. I forgot about that. I try not to think about that. But yeah. And then we tell this story that agitates the pain. It exacerbates it. It makes them feel it even more. And this story is a story that we're telling about our own personal life when we experience that pain. And so you want to make sure that you go into detail about how you physically felt when you were experiencing this pain. An example is I was walking around every day with knots in my stomach, wondering if this was ever going to work. Walking around with knots in my stomach. And as the prospect is feeling the pain that they're in, they might start to feel these knots in their stomach too, of like, oh, like, yeah, and they relate to you, right? Or it's like, you know, I felt like I was on this content hamster wheel, and all these coaches, they gave me a content calendar of everything to post for the next 365 days. And I posted and nothing happens. And I'm 6 months into it. And I'm defending my online business to my family because they see me working at it and they don't see anything happening. And they keep telling me I should probably quit. And I'm telling them that it's going to work, but I just feel so conflicted because I'm doing all this stuff and I don't see anything happening either. And I'm really starting to believe that, you know, maybe this just isn't in the cards for me. And when I felt this, I felt defeated in all areas of my life. I would go to work and feel like a failure. I go home to my family and I feel like a failure because I'm not spending time with them because I'm focusing on this. And I just don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. And I was in that space for over a year before I finally figured out what works. It's like, boom, I've agitated this pain so much. If they're feeling that, if they're experiencing that problem, they're in the thick of it. They're feeling it now. This is how we agitate pain, right? And then we invalidate other solutions. So we start to talk about different things that we tried to fix this problem that did not work. And this is really important. The reason why we do this is because now that we've ignited this pain, they're going to start to think about things that they can do to fix it. It might have been something that they were ignoring before, but now they're going to start taking action to fix this thing. And so what we don't want them to take action that's not going to work. We want them to take a very specific action. And we're going to get to that in a second. But we don't want them just running out and going to go try all these other things. So we start to talk about the different things that we tried that didn't work. This way they don't even think of them as options anymore. So it's like, yeah, and I tried all these different things to be able to fix this. I tried scheduling my post out. I tried copying and pasting posts from other affiliate marketers that I see that were being successful. I tried to just use their post. I hate to admit it, but I did. And for whatever reason, that those posts were working for them and it wasn't working for me. I tried not posting at all and just running ads. It's an organic thing. And that didn't work either. I just ended up spending more money, feeling more defeated, and having to explain myself to my family why there was less money in the bank account again. And it's like now they know, like, okay, not to go copy and model other posts. They know not to go run ads because that's not the solution, right? We're invalidating other solutions. And then we briefly share what the solution is. And you know what? And it's funny because none of this turned around. Here's an example. None of this turned around until I discovered this really cool method for creating my content that gets people to want to reach out to me for what I have. It's called the RVLC method. I can't go into all the details here because I would be doing you a disservice. But because I can't explain it all just in one post, but once I figured it out and started creating content, my leads started reaching out to me. I started getting leads every day for my organic marketing without spending money on ads, without spending more time on creating content. And I got to show up and feel like my authentic self because I'm actually making all my content. It's not stuff from a 365-day content calendar or things that I'm copying from other people. And I just feel good when I'm making my content now. And the beautiful thing is it's working. Do you see how most of the solution that I talked about was about where I'm at now with it and how that feels? The most important thing here is how we are making them feel. We want them to feel the pain that they're in. And then we want them to know that these other solutions that they may think of aren't going to work. And we do that by telling a story. And then we want them to feel the state that they will be in when this problem is solved. Now, what this is sales psychology. What this does is it creates these two states where there's their current situation that they don't want to be in and the state that they do want to be in. And now the only thing left, now we've ignited this fire where they don't want to feel what they're feeling with their problem. So they're going to say, like, how do I get to this desired place? That's the only thing left. And so what we do is we give them an action. We create a call to action by following this format. This is tried and true, proven format, call to action. It's the best way to do it. So if you want to stop feeling, and then you insert the pain that you mentioned earlier, if you want to stop feeling like you're on a content hamster wheel and like your business just isn't working, and you want to have the same freedom and clarity that I gained when you're making your content and get leads reaching out to you, drop your favorite gift below and I'll reach out to share something with you that will help. That's it. That's how a PAISA format works. It's really simple. You're going to have to practice it. I've practiced it a lot. That's why I can do it on the fly and in my head without really looking at the document. You'll notice when you do this right, you'll start to see a lot of people dropping a gift below or dropping a comment below. And all these people are leads for you to reach out to in Messenger. And so let me share my screen and show you some examples of this. So right here, that's it. I'm going to quit. Yeah, you read that right. I'm quitting, like, for good. It's over. This is a hook, right? Because a lot of people are like, I'm quitting. That's it. And people are probably like, wait, what? He's quitting? And it's like, nope, this is what I'm quitting. Quitting charging thousands of dollars for people to work with me. Quitting having a high barrier to entry that prevents people from being able to make the change they want to make in their life. Quitting being a part of the high ticket or die world where if people don't have credit or savings, they can't get the help they need. And you might ask why. It's because I've been on so many calls lately where I can tell the person I'm talking to truly wants to change their life in this situation, but they just don't have the means to get the proper support that they know that they need. They keep investing in these $7 programs to give them a ton of information overload. And when they need some actual help, literally no one is there. It's fucking bullshit, and I'm sick of it. And so I'm kind of following the PAISA framework here. I'm kind of going on a rant at the same time too. But instead of getting mad about what other people aren't doing, I decided to be the change I want to see in the world. So for all the people who felt left behind and abandoned by all these high ticket gurus who claim that they want to help, I've got something for you. We took our coaching program aimed at helping affiliate marketers get their first commissions and have $1,000 days online, and we made the access to it free. Yes, you read that right. Free. And just to let you guys know, this is when we had a free trial to this. Now it's $125 a month. It always has been. since I made this post, but we had a free trial before. But now that there's been upgrades and changes, it's just $125 to join the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy and get the coaching and the support. Just in case you're only in the $7 organic and you want coaching and Zoom support for this stuff, just click on any one of the restricted modules and it will take you to the order form page and you can get that. But anyways, I digress. Back to the post. And I'm going to be straight up, the free access does not last forever, hence why it's not there anymore. But we still want to help as many people as possible get out of that cycle of not getting the real and personal support that they know that they need, so they can finally break free from their day job and spend more time with their friends and family, travel, and do the things that they want in life. So if you've been feeling stuck, unsupported, and like you just don't know what to do or where to turn when it comes to affiliate marketing, this is for you. Drop your favorite gift below and I'll reach out and send you all the details so you can get your access. And as you can see, like 96 comments, right? So a lot of people dropping their gift below. Did I miss one? I sent her. Okay. Yeah. So this post got me about 40 or 50 leads because almost half of those comments are me replying to the people, right? And so there's one example. Another example. Some of you might think I'm insane for this, but I've officially left my sales position in an 8-figure. Mentioned you and other followers in a post. Okay, let's get rid of that. But I've officially left my sales position at an 8-figure company and left the coaching niche altogether. I left to focus on what got me into the online business world in the first place years ago, affiliate marketing. And the thing is, I'm starting completely over here. That means I'm doing this with no audience, no email list, no super high converting funnel, no nothing. And you might notice as I'm reading these, some like these two posts that I've written out, they're following the PAISA framework, but it's a little bit, it's like when you follow a framework, you don't have to be exactly spot on. But for the sake of learning this framework, you want to follow it as close as possible. Then you can start testing things and trying things, right? And that's kind of like what I was doing here. Because some of you might think I'm insane for this. This is the niche, or this is the hook, right? And so this is kind of like the pain that I've decided to talk about. It's like I'm referencing the pain because a lot of people are starting their journey. They have no audience, no email list, no super high converting funnel. Of course, we have all that stuff now, but when I made this post, we didn't. No, nothing. And I partnered with a good friend of mine who also closed a 6-figure coaching business. We could take this journey together. And I'm basically just sharing like what we're actually going to do. And I say, hey, if you want to join the group, like come along on this journey with us and join the group, drop a gift below or comment below, and I'll send you an invite. And I basically say, hey, we're going to be sharing everything that we're learning and that we're actually doing inside of our free Facebook group to make this journey possible. And as you can see here, another 124 comments. So like 60 leads. We got a bunch of people into the Facebook group and some people into the program, into this program from this post. So this is how the PAISA framework works. And I'd like to use it, like I said, in video content now, because it's also like a script. When I know pain, agitate, invalidate, solution, action, then I could make, when I'm telling a story for content in a video, I follow that framework. And there's one really important thing too. If you're doing any video content, decide before you do it if your video content is going to be value, where you're just giving value and sharing some tips, or if it's going to be selling. Because a call to action post is selling. You are selling them on taking an action, on doing something. And so it's better to not mix these together. If you're going to show people how to do a bunch of stuff in a video, then just leave it at that and be like, hope you got a bunch of value. Hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. And then in the next video that you make, go through and make the whole video just the PAISA format. That's how this works. Really, if you try to just give a whole bunch of how-to information and then briefly be like, hey, and by the way, I got this thing in this group, and if you want to join it, check it out. Comment this below. That's what we would call like a half measure. Alex Hermosi talks about this, where he used to give a bunch of value and then try to sell his thing, and he did it on stage, and he did this 3-hour presentation giving just a bunch of value in stage in front of like hundreds of people, and then he just decided like on the whim like, okay, and then I'll try pitching my offer too, and he like kind of half-assed the pitch and rushed through it because he's already been on stage for 3 hours, and then nobody bought, no one. And then he decided after that, okay, no half measures. If I'm giving value, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving value. If I'm pitching, if I'm giving a call to action, like AKA the PAISA format, then that's what I'm doing 100%. So make sure that when you're doing PAISA, that's what you're doing with your post. You're not doing any of this other stuff. You're not going to make this a value / lifestyle post / call to action. Like, just do the format for that post and then make another post that's a lifestyle post or a value post. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. If you got questions, hop into the Facebook group. Like I said, you can get the link to that document that I was going over right below this video. And I look forward to seeing your guys' call to action posts, seeing people responding, you getting into messenger conversations and getting some freaking sales. Let's go.
And so up until now, we have, when it comes to getting sales from Facebook, which is the easiest way to do this without having to create a funnel and emails and all that stuff, right? But up until now, inside of the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, we have the specific modules on the RVLC method for creating content, and that's pretty clear. We have examples and stuff in there. But right now, the other portion of that is Facebook Messenger, right? Like, okay, when people are engaging on these posts or when they're commenting on these posts, like, what do I say in Messenger? And we have that module in the course on Facebook Messenger Masterclass. But Tiger and I were talking about it. It's like 3 hours long. It goes really in depth and in detail with all these different situations for Facebook Messenger. And I thought, like, how could we make this simpler? How can we make this just step by step? So you just follow the like basically remove all the thinking out of it. Because I know that for me, when I really learned how to master Facebook Messenger, it was when I was working in that coaching company that I was working for. And I was taking calls all the time, but the only way that I would get a call was for me being in Facebook Messenger to get it. And so I thought, okay, the way that I learned this was I had a very specific guideline saying exactly what to say, when to say it, when not to say it, and it took all the thinking out of it for me. So I could literally copy and paste these different messages in this script or in this template at the right times, and it would work. And then once I did this over and over and over again, I really started to understand why it was working. It started working before I understood why it was working, is what I'm saying. And I thought, okay, if I make something like that for you guys, I know that it would help, because it's the exact same process that I went through, where how I got the understanding that I got from Facebook Messenger. And so I thought about making this because I know that I've had questions about Facebook Messenger. We've had a lot of coaching calls about it, and I saw that call that you had scheduled, Janet, earlier today, and I thought, okay, like, if there's one thing to focus on to get results, it's making content in Facebook Messenger, and our Facebook Messenger portion isn't super clear right now. So let's just fix this. So I made this document today. I took a couple hours out of my day to make this for you guys. And I want to like share my screen and walk you through it before I send the link out, so that you guys can use this as you're getting into conversations. Is that cool? Is it cool if I share the screen and walk through it with you guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. All right, so here we go. This is this is the document that I was working on today, Facebook Messenger script. And so I have it set up right now. This document is going to be a living document. So what that means is you're going to get the link to it. You're not going to be able to edit anything on it. But what you're going to be able to do is every time that I make changes to this document, the version that you have will change as well. So you don't have to make your own copy of it or anything like that. You just click the link, open the document, have the tab open, and start using it. And so first example right here, right? One of our call to action or one of our posts is a call to action post, right? Out of the RVLC method. One of them we're saying, hey, if you want XYZ, then comment training or Facebook group or whatever. Comment your favorite GIF below. And so, oh, cool, Dawn's here. And so this is where this document starts. I'm going to be adding a couple other things here, but you'll see as I walk through it what this document actually does. So let's say that somebody comments group on one of your posts. And so then you open up this document here, and you can literally just copy this, right? Copy, and then you go over to Messenger, and I'll just use Taika's Messenger. Let's see, as an example here, because he won't be like, what are you sending me? And so, boom, I paste it, and then I have to change. And when you see these brackets here, it's like, okay, I have to take that out and put their name in. Hey, Taika, I saw you commented group on my post to get access to the Facebook group I was talking about. And when you look at this document here, you see how it says send right here. So that's how we know, like, okay, like type this message out in there, click send. So then I go back over to Facebook Messenger, I send it. And then I go back to the document, and then I copy this part too. Copy, back into Messenger, paste. Is it okay if I send that over to you? And they're going to respond. Sometimes they respond a day later, and that's okay because we're controlling what we can control here. And so, but as you see here, it literally, like when they say yes, then you just click here to this bookmark, and it takes you to the next thing to say. So I click here, and it scrolls all the way right here. Awesome. Here's the link. And I literally go through, boom, here's the link, send. And I go back here. And this is where you would put your affiliate link, right? You get your affiliate link. You don't want to send them.
Oh, great. You're blowing up my messenger.
Yeah. You don't want to send them this. You want it to actually be your affiliate link. I figured I'd do a live example and you wouldn't mind. But we just keep going through, right? So this actually tells you exactly what to say so they know what to expect. A few minutes after you enter your name and email on the page, you'll get an email with the access to the group. So we copy that and send that over. And the reason why these messages are broken up, if you're wondering, like why don't we just copy all of it and then click send, is because people in Messenger, this is how people send messages normally when they're not using a script. When people are just normally communicating through Messenger, it's usually a couple sentences, then they click send, and then a couple sentences, then they click send. And so we're like basically mimicking regular human behavior with this. So that's why we have all the different send breaks here. And then we're also letting them know, like, hey, that email, it might end up in your spam or promotions folder in your email inbox. So I'd make sure you check that too. So they're like, okay, so they know to go
This way, you're not just sending your affiliate link. Like you're like, hey, put your name and email in here. Check for the email in these different areas. That's where you're going to find the link to the group. And then last thing, because we always want to end it like on a question, really. Could you do me a favor and let me know, oops, this should say, let me know when you've joined. Like I said, I typed this out today. I want to make sure I tag you in some of the training that I think would be helpful. Because we have a lot of different training in our group in the guides tab. This is in our free group, of course. So now we're like, hey, can you let me know when you joined? So now they're like, okay, like Janet is expecting me to go open my emails, click on the link, join the group, and then let her know. So when they say, okay, yes, I'll let you know. Now they're actually going to go through and do all that stuff. They're going to go check their email, find the email, get the link to the group, request to join it, and then they'll let you know, hey, I'm in the group now. And then, let's see, the script says, once they join, tag them in a training from the guides tab that is relevant to their specific problem. And so on your, like for this example, for this social hook, maybe you have a social hook that's talking about a mindset training. You're like, hey, comment mindset if you want to check out this training that really helped me. And you could be talking about a training that's, in our group. And so, in case you're not familiar, inside of our group here, we have our guides tab. And, I go live every Wednesday in here. And so you guys can literally use all these trainings as like assets for your arsenal. So you can be like, oh, like this training was really good, or I liked this one. And you can talk about it on your profile and then tell people to comment whatever if they want access to it, and use that for your call to action post. And then when they say, yes, I want access, then it's like, okay, cool. You send them the link to the group, and you just go through the process that's in the script. The rest of the script here, all these other questions that kind of got skipped over, this is for, let's say somebody didn't respond to one of your social hooks, because we can still get people into our affiliate offers and clicking on our links and entering their name and their info without them commenting that they want something. Before I dive into this, I want to make sure that this is all making sense so far. Does anybody have any questions? Are there any questions on what I've shared already? Zero questions?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I mean, that was the goal, is to get this so there's no thinking required. And real quick, I just want to share why this was like, I'm like, okay, I already said that I wanted to do this because I noticed there was a lot of confusion around Messenger. But also, the one thing that I did leave out at the beginning of this call is that the amount of messages that you can send, like these messages per day to people, is directly correlated to how much you make as an affiliate. If you're using Facebook organic, if you're using YouTube and a funnel, it's a different story, right? But if you're using Facebook organic to get sales, the one thing to focus on is, the most important thing is, how many messages did I send out to people today? Like, how many different people received a message from me today? And so one of the numbers that I have is like 39. I have to have had 39 messages sent out, to 39 different people, for me to know that I did good today. Whether a sale came in or not, I don't even think about that, because I know that if I'm sending these messages every day, that the sale is inevitable. It's like, it's just what happens. So this is how we really control our inputs that dictate the output, and the output is the sale. And so this part right here, let's see, where it starts here. So how long have you been in affiliate marketing now? I'm going to update this a little bit, and because this is a different way to start a conversation other than somebody reaching out from one of our social hooks. So this is like just somebody engaged on our content. Like they could have just loved our Facebook post and that's it. And so we started off by saying something like, hey, first name. So I'm editing this as we're going because I didn't have this typed out yet. Hey, first name. Saw that you recently liked my post about X. I appreciate the engagement and support. So then we hit send. And then how's everything going in your world? Or something along those lines. You don't have to use those exact words, just like how you would talk, right? So we're starting a conversation, and then they're going to respond. Let's see. They respond. And then you respond back like something natural, like just like if they're saying, hey, it's great over here, like the weather sucks, but you know, whatever, it's like, oh, the weather sucks over here too. You know, like you're just kind of mirroring. Then you respond back, mirroring what they are talking about. Then you can look at their profile and say, like, it looks like, or like, let's see, from taking a look at your profile, it looks like affiliate marketing too, right?
We just need to change the your into your.
It looks like, yeah, you are. There we go. I'm so bad with that. And then let's see, they respond. So now we've kind of went from like somebody just like hearting our Facebook post about our dog, but we can see when we look at their profile that, hey, they're an affiliate marketer too, or they're one of the people that I've added recently, one of my new friends that I've added, and they're, you know, they're liking my dog picture. They're showing Brody some love, right, Terry? And so we've started a conversation with them. We just sent this, you know, initial message, and let me go ahead and fix all this stuff so that it's correct.
While you're fixing that, I want to interject. So like in the beginning, if you don't already have an active messenger pipeline, a lot of your messages are going to be this first portion, just opening them up, that you're starting conversations. But as time goes by, you want to make sure that most of your conversations are actually happening with the warmer traffic, people who are already either speaking to you or who are asking for you to talk to them, either to get a free resource or something like that. You want to make sure you don't go too crazy on first messages to people who you've not spoken to, because Facebook will start flagging you. So if you send out like 100 messages to people you've never talked to before, like, hey, John, saw you recently like my post. You went real crazy on a viral post you had. There's a chance that because you opened that many new conversations, Facebook's going to be like, I'm going to stop you from doing that. That doesn't seem like a normal user behavior, or whatever. But you have like unlimited ability to message people that you're already talking to. So the second they start responding, it's now a back and forth conversation. And now you can do that as much as you want. It's just those first new messages. Hey, so-and-so, thanks for liking my post. Hey, so-and-so, thanks for liking my post. Hey, so-and-so. Facebook's going to slap you on the wrist.
Yeah, but also that is true. But I also do want to say this as well. Facebook, like, don't get us wrong. Like, Facebook will penalize you for doing that too much, but it is way better to have been doing that too much and get penalized than to be afraid of that happening and not doing any of this. So don't let the thought of that stop you from actually reaching out to people, because it's a way better problem that you're reaching out to too many people and Facebook is penalizing you than the problem of not reaching out at all. But it's still a problem nonetheless. And chances are, if you're doing this consistently, you will experience that. And usually what happens is they ban you from being able to start new conversations with people for like a day. And that's okay. We just adjust. And then we were like, okay, went a little too fast yesterday. But just letting you know, like, that is there and that happens. And if you're wondering, that has happened to me more times than I can count. And my Facebook account is still alive and well. I just had to adjust. So it's good information, but I just want you guys to know not to be afraid of that and not let that fear like stop you from taking action.
Yeah, definitely don't let it stop you from taking action. It's just, I think having like a rule of thumb, maybe like new messages you've never spoken to in a single day, probably at like 30. I probably wouldn't go more than that. Like, you sat down in one session and you're just like, hey, so-and-so, thanks for liking my post. Hey, so-and-so. I probably wouldn't go over 30. Like,
me personally, if it's a message that I have, I've never sent them a message and they've never sent me a message. I only do 10 an hour. That's what I do, because that's where I found it doesn't penalize me after that. So, but even if you're starting 10 of if you're going from not consistently starting conversations at all to doing 10 of those a day, like, perfect. We could always up it as we continue to go. But just know, at first, when you start doing this process, a lot of the messages that you're sending are these, and then waiting for responses. And it's going to be like, well, this isn't nothing's happening. But if you keep starting new conversations every day, what's going to happen is eventually you'll get to the point where, after a week of this, after 2 weeks of this, you have people responding to these questions. Like, I have people that respond to questions that I asked them like a month ago. I don't even remember asking them a question. It's just my inbox goes boom, and I open it. And I'm like, oh, I asked you a question 3 months ago, but now you're answering. So cool. Now we're going through the rest of this process. And so, some people will answer right away. Some people will take what seems like forever to answer. That's why we just keep starting these with new people every day. And so they respond, right? You say, hey, how's everything going in your world? Then you respond, like, mirroring back what they're talking about, just like having a regular conversation with them about it. And then you could look at their profile and then point something out. You're kind of steering the conversation into affiliate marketing. And when you see something on their profile, like maybe they posted something that they got their first commission for like $1.50 or something like that, or they're making some value posts, but they're not posting any results or anything yet. You can say, hey, taking a look at your profile, it looks like you're into affiliate marketing too, right? And so they respond and they'll say something like, yeah, and they might ask you a question. They might say, yeah, or like, how long have you been doing affiliate marketing? let's see, if they ask you a question, you just answer their question very concisely and then move on to the next part of the script. So if they respond, they might ask you a question. If they do, answer it briefly, then keep moving the script. So this is where this gets really cool. So then you ask them, you know, how long have you been affiliate marketing? How long have you been affiliate marketing for? So we don't need to say now in there. How long have you been affiliate marketing for? Or are you just getting started? And if they say how long they've been affiliate marketing for, then you click here. And it will take you to, see where the cursor is down there? Takes you to the next thing to say. So if they say, oh, I've been affiliate marketing for 6 months now, gotcha, I'm curious, how's it been going so far? Any sales coming in? And if they say no, like no sales, then you click here. And it takes you right here. Okay, no worries. Mind if I ask you a few questions about your process? I might be able to help. And so if they say yes, then it takes them to here. How much do you actually want to be making per month with your affiliate marketing? And so before we go through the rest of that, I want to show you what happens if they said that they do have sales coming in here, right? If they said yes, it takes them right here still, or it takes them right here, right? Okay, awesome. So how much have you been making per month from the affiliate sales? They answer how much they've been making. And then we say, okay, cool. So you're making around, and then we plug their answer in here. So you're making around $2,000 a month with it right now. That makes me wonder though, how much do you actually want to be making per month with your affiliate marketing? So what we're doing here through these questions is we're creating the states that we need. It's like, where are you currently at? That's what these questions are for. Like, they're making sales or they're not making sales. What's your current situation? If they say that they are making sales, okay, how much are you making? This is how we're figuring out like where they're currently at. And so right here, you know, where it says, okay, no worries. If they said that they don't have any sales coming in, and then we were to ask them this, okay, no worries. Mind if I ask a few questions? I might be able to help. If they say no, I don't want to answer any questions, then it takes us right to this part. Okay, no worries. So there's a Facebook group that I joined that's got a ton of training in it that goes over, see, we didn't get their specific challenge here. So you can like plug whatever in here. It goes over, like, you can talk about your challenge in this case, and helps people get to this income goal. Like, you can just like guess what it should be. Because if they say no, I don't want to answer any questions, you didn't get that info from them, but you're still offering them the group. Is it okay if I send you the link to join? They say yes. Awesome. Here's the link, your affiliate link, and then the rest of the stuff that we've already talked about, right? But let's say that they did want to answer the questions. Well, that takes them to, okay, how much do you actually want to be making per month with your affiliate marketing? They answer what they want to make. Okay, I got it. So you want to get to, and then you plug in their goal income. Why is that important to you now, though? Because now it's like everybody wants to make more money, but everyone wants to make more money for different reasons. So this is helping us, and it's helping them understand why they want to make that. So we send that, And then just to clarify what this means, we send this to, like, what would change for you after getting there? So that way they're like, oh, like this is what that would allow me to do with my life. I would be able to quit my job, or I would be able to spend more time with the kids. I'd be able to travel. The different things that they want. I would be able to move back home with my parents and be able to take care of my mom. Like, everybody has a different thing that their income goal is going to help them be able to do. So they're going to tell you what that is for them, which is really important. So they answer, giving you their desired life change, because that's really what they want. And then so we kind of just repeat that back to them here. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but everything that you're sending is in bold, and all the other notes that are not bolded are just for you to understand where you're at with the script. So, okay, cool. So if you got to, and then their income goal that they mentioned, you would be able to, their desired life change. That makes total sense. ... Send. What do you feel is the main challenge that's stopping you from getting there right now? So now we're finding out, like, what's the thing standing in the way from their perspective. And they answer, they share the challenge with you. And you're like, I see. Send. I might be able to share something with you that would help with that. That is, if you're open to it. If not, it's totally cool. Let me know. They say yes or no. And no matter what, if they say yes or if they say no, Tiger, you look like you're falling asleep, bro. Oh, I think he's frozen.
No, I'm just sick, man.
Yeah, you were like this.
I don't even know if you can.
Yeah, I can now. But you were like this, and then it froze you like that on my end. That's I was like, oh, geez.
My bad. I'm just not feeling well. I'm just over here like coughing and congested and got a headache.
Mm.
All right.
Well, we appreciate your dedication, bro.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Hey, on another note, Tiger, when you're sparring or fighting or anything,
Right.
always keep the hands up. Always keep the hands up.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll help keep the cold away.
Yeah.
I think I was looking for him to clear my sinuses out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. So moving through this, we've almost covered the whole thing. I just want to make sure that we cover all of it before I'm just like, here's this document to help you guys out so you can see how it will really help. So right here, this is where we're transitioning to our offer, right? After we've gotten where they're at with their affiliate marketing, where they really want to go and why, what's standing in the way. Might be able to share something that would be able to help. That is, if you're open to it. And they're either going to say yes or they're going to say no. They're going to be like, no, I don't want the thing. Most likely, most of the time, like 90% of the time, they're going to say yes. But even if they say no, we still send them the exact same thing here, because they don't know that we're going to offer a group. They don't know if they might think we're about to offer some program like that for them to buy right then. And so they don't know that it's just a Facebook group. And so even if they say no, we say, okay, no worries. If they say yes, we say, okay, no worries. And then the next message. So there's a Facebook group that I joined. It's got a ton of training in it. It goes over, and then we plug in the challenge that they mentioned. And the guys that created it have been able to help a lot of people get their affiliate marketing to the income goal that they mentioned. Is it okay if I send you the link to join? And you get them to this point, they're going to say yes. And be like, that's exactly what I need. And it's like, awesome, here's the link. Send your affiliate link. The rest of this is the same. We've gone over it already. So the way that all these conversations work is we may start conversations from different ways, but it all boils down to essentially having the same conversation where we share our affiliate link. And this is where every time we're getting in conversations with people that could be our ideal, our perfect customer or our ideal client, whatever you want to call it. I always call it those two different things because they're the same thing. Then we're having conversations that go in this direction. What questions do you guys have on this?
Do you feel like you're getting more business on Facebook than YouTube?
Right now, like us personally, or are you talking about just in general?
I'm just talking about you and Tiger.
Right now, for sure, more on Facebook. And that's just
Facebook is the faster path to cash, just because the nature of the two social media platforms. Like Facebook is really instant and intimate. So like if I make a post right now, people will see it right now, and I can interact with those people and have messenger conversations right now. And conversations is what lead to money. With YouTube, the platform is a lot more leveraged. So if I upload a video right now, especially if your channel is new, people don't usually see it right now. It's as your channel grows, people may see this video that you make right now 6 months from now. Now they see it, now they start taking action. But the thing is, it's a lot more leverage. So if you're looking for a passive style income business, YouTube is going to be able to provide that. Because on Facebook, even though it's faster, if I make a post today, tomorrow or 2 days from now, that post is invisible. Like probably nobody will ever see it again. So I have to keep that hamster wheel running. If I stop having conversations, that hamster wheel dies out, the income goes back to zero because people forget about you really quick. And the next person in their inbox is now at the top of their mind, and now who they're talking to, and now who they're giving their money to. Where on YouTube, yeah, you could make a bunch of videos and like clones 24/7, whether you're on vacation or doing something else. Those clones are like, hey, let me tell you about affiliate marketing. Hey, go get this thing. Hey, go do this. So it's a lot more, it's a bigger beast because it has more leverage, but it's slower to cash for the most part.
Like,
some people on there and go really, really fast.
For the most part, it's a lot slower than Facebook. Just because like exactly what Tyga said. And when you have this, like what I just outlined here, and you know exactly what to say, then like somebody engages on your post. Now, like I'm sure you can probably see now how it makes sense that we're like, hey, you make a post, somebody engages on it, you can get somebody into your affiliate link like that day. Now they go into the affiliate link, and yeah, it may take like a week or so for Tyga and I's process to take over and actually close the sale because we have multiple calls with them and we have to schedule those calls. But your part is done. If they go click on your affiliate link, put their name and their email in and click enter, like now they're coded to you and we're taking over from there. And so, like you can do all that in the same day. You can start the day with having 0 people ever click your affiliate link ever, and then go on to Facebook and do this process and get 2, 3, 4 people putting their name and their email in on your affiliate link. But YouTube, you go make one video on YouTube today, you put it up today, and you have your link in there. The chances of somebody, like one of the few people watching that video, clicking on the link, going through your process is very small today. But somebody 6 months from now, you've been making videos consistently, you may link all your videos and then click on, and you have that same link in each one of those videos. Now that's why it's leveraged. Like you do a whole bunch of work for a while, and then those videos keep working for you even when you stop. But so that's kind of like the difference between the two platforms.
You could think of YouTube as like pulling a rubber band or a slingshot back. You're like pulling, and then you reach a breaking point where now all that energy comes out with exponential force. Whereas Facebook is more of like a active, go, 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 go. Maybe the output over time is the same. It's just the way it was delivered. So it's kind of like you pick your weapon, if you will, which one fits your lifestyle and what you're trying to create better. So you could take person A, person B, one person is only on Facebook, and this person is only on YouTube. And we check in on the first day and we check in a year later. A year later, they may have made the exact same amount of money, but the person who has done YouTube is now going to have a momentum, if you will, that the person on Facebook doesn't have. You don't have a different type of momentum. On Facebook, you now have a big audience, you're making a lot of money, but you're working. And the second that you stop, the energy dies out. Whereas YouTube, you could do that whole year and literally stop. And like, I'm not uploading another video. I'm burnt out. I'm gonna take like 6 months off. You may make more money over that next 6 months than you did, whatever. So your business has a lot more leverage in it. If that makes sense. And yeah.
And that's actually why we advise whenever we're talking with new people, right? Or when new people come in here and they're like, hey, like I've been trying other things, it hasn't been working. I don't want to do funnels and all that stuff. Like I just need to get some results. When we hear that from people, that's why we go, okay, all right, ignore the funnels, ignore the YouTube, Facebook. Because that way it's like, boom, you can start doing this stuff, you get some results, really like start to really feel that confidence, like, all right, this is working, you can keep doing that, you get comfortable with that. Now we can start talking about the long-term stuff.
I've literally done that with Facebook when I sat down, a couple years back, and I was like, I need to come up with like 10 grand and I need to do it quick because I have X, Y, and Z I want to do or X, Y, and Z I need to do. And the first thing is like Facebook. And I literally just do this process. I use a little bit different language, we're releasing a new messenger training as well. So this is the script and teaching you guys the overall, but we're going to give a lot of the deeper understanding behind it and the skill set. But like literally you could go in today and it's like, I need $1,000. I got to pay, whatever. I need to pay rent. I need like $2,500 or whatever. You can literally go out to Messenger today and go do that. I've literally done that. I helped other people do that. I've seen it done in all kind of things. And we're also adding in for some of you who are a little more advanced and a little more adventurous, where you can actually, instead of just sending them to our group, if you want to close the sale yourself, we've added in the affiliate link directly to the order page. So if you want to even start doing your own sales calls, which is some other training that we're going to have our higher tier thing where you can actually do sales calls, or you can send Messenger and collect the payment.
Wow.
Yeah. So if we're trying to create this so it's like no matter what somebody's skill level or where they're at, like whether they're brand new, never gotten a sale before ever, it's like, all right, cool. This is all you got to do. And then if you've gotten some sales, but maybe it's like you're tired of like sending people to an affiliate link and then like just kind of waiting for them to close, waiting for the sale to come in after that, then you could close them yourself. But I recommend starting off with going through this process. If you haven't gotten any results yet, right? Starting off and you're using Facebook, just getting the momentum built up, sending people to the affiliate link. Then you start to see some sales come in, and now it's like, okay, now you could like start working on the other skill sets. Because ultimately the end goal here is, at least for me, and I'm sure Tiger feels the same, is I don't want you guys just to learn how to affiliate market and only be able to make money affiliate marketing promoting the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy. Like I want you guys to have the skills of understanding how all this works and then be able to take that to whatever you want to promote. What if you find some other program or some other software in the future that you want to promote and the only thing they give you is for your affiliate link is the link to an order form. And so you have to know how to close the person. And so, because some affiliate programs are like that. And also you develop the skill set over time of just really understanding sales on a deep level. So if you want to create your own offer in the future, you're like, hey, I've been making 20K a month as an affiliate for the past year, and now I want to help other people be able to do the same. Like, you have that skill set. You can go use it for whatever you want. That's where I would like to see all you guys take this, if that's what you want, for you guys to be able to have that option.
Like a plan to me.
Yeah, this is really.
What was that, Tyga? You're kind of choppy a little bit from the internet.
I stopped. I heard someone asking a question, so I stopped.
Terry said, "Sounds like a plan."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying this is a really powerful process to learn, and then all you need to do is attach a little bit extra at the end, such as sales, actual conversations. We use the same process to make a 30K offer, and we're in the process of closing and collecting on that. And all we did was the same process. So it works regardless of the scale. So it's not just something that, it's just for affiliate marketing. This skill set that you're going to invest in time into and learning is also going to be able to transfer on throughout your entrepreneur career, different levels of whatever you're offering, whatever you're selling. The psychology is the same. The numbers are just numbers. It's not a huge difference. What drives people to buy is what drives people to buy things.
Right. So that being said, I want to grab the link for this. And okay, anyone with the link, copy. And I'm going to put it for you guys who are here on the call right now. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat so you guys can see, where is it? You guys can open up the Zoom chat right now and click on this document and open it up on your computer. And what I would do is I would save it as a favorite, or leave the tab up. I'll also be posting it inside of the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy, so you guys can constantly go back to it and open it, and I'm sure it's going to be updated and put into the course as well. Tyga does all the course updates, so I'm not going to say exactly when that would happen because he's the guy who does that stuff. But for now, it's going to be in the Facebook group, especially for the people who weren't able to be here on this call. And you guys can start using this literally right now. You can go, here's a great example, right? I can go to my profile and let's see all these different reels. So it's here's a post that I made, right? I could literally click on the people who engaged and hire them. I can send them a message. Click message. And okay, it looks like we were already in conversation. Oh, this was a while ago. I need to send him a message anyways. I keep trying to move our faces around so they're not in the way. There we go. Hey, Hiram. I'm basically I'm following the script. It's just in my head, I saw you commented on my post about oh, no, he didn't comment. He engaged.
It means unethical or his name means unethical or
do you have a VPN on or something? Because I can't even understand. It's choppy.
Yeah, I can't understand anything you say.
Oh, let me check.
Maybe turn your video off. Even though I'd love to see the smile, but maybe turn the video off and it might help.
Nope.
No, my VPN's off. I think my signal's just terrible right now.
Okay. Well, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Hiram?
Oh, okay. Nothing. I was just being weird. I was looking at Hiram. I was like, hey, his name means like unethical or unholy in like Arabic or something, or like Haram. That's Haram. Sorry. I was just being weird, so it was good that it blocked me out.
I saw you engaged on a few of my posts about our special promo that my partner and I are having. First of all, I appreciate the engagement support. If I share more of the details with you. Now, if we look back at the script right here, right? Now, I wasn't copying and pasting.
Hey, I remember Chelsea, man.
What? So right here, what you can see, this is basically what I did. Like, hey, Hiram, I saw that you engaged on my post about this thing, right? Is it okay? It's okay if I give more details to you. Because that post that he engaged on was a post where it was almost like an ad where it's like, hey, this is all the things that we're doing and that you'll get. If he engaged on a picture of the dog or the cat, and you just like hearted it, then I would have started off with this, like, hey, thanks for, and then I would have asked more questions about how things are going and gone through that same process that we walked through earlier. But yeah, you could literally go to your Facebook profile and just start these conversations like today. And how many of these conversations we're in, I would say a good marker for anybody who's not doing this yet is try to keep a tally, like a little sticky note, like this, just to show you that I'm doing this myself, right? There's tally marks and crossed out ones from the previous days. Keep a tally of, okay, how many conversations did I start today? And have a goal. I would say at least start the goal with like 10. And say, okay, so every day, like convos started. And have it just sitting right by your computer. So you know that, okay, I need to put 10 tally marks on this thing before the day is over. And then boom, you make your tally marks. Once you hit 10, cool. Now you can start looking at other stuff and doing other things, but you know that no matter what, like minimum standard, just like how every day I brush my teeth, like I'm not going to let a day go by without brushing my teeth. I'm not going to let a day go by without having 10 tally marks of new conversation started. And it doesn't take that much time. And you notice you do that day after day, and you start to have a messenger inbox where people are responding to your questions, and you're moving them through this process. And then it gets to the point where you don't even have to think about it. It's like, oh, it's just something that you do. You move them through this process. It doesn't take that long. And then you're getting sales. And then you can start upping the volume and be like, I'm going to do more conversations and kind of like increase the amount. So even if your content isn't like perfect and on point, if people are engaging on it and you have some post that's talking about marketing and sales and entrepreneurship, you can use this process. Even if all that stuff isn't perfect and nobody, even when you do have a social hook, nobody's commenting on it. If somebody engaged on that post, it's good enough. You just do this. And that way you're moving conversations through the process. And after you get your conversations done for the day, then you could work on like, okay, let me review the RVLC method and see if I can improve my next post, because it's just constantly doing the things and then looking to see how we can improve. And this way we're improving, getting better while we're getting results. Does that make sense for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ron, I noticed like how good you are at delivering content and just speaking in general, you and Tiger. Is that just something that has happened to you over time? Or do you think it wasn't like you just took, 101 how to speak online?
Yeah, no, it's just over time, just repetition, just like repetition with Messenger, being in, sending a lot of messages, seeing different responses. That's how it's like, that's how this was distilled, where it's like, okay, this is all I need to do. Because before I would talk about anything and everything, and it's the same thing with video. If you look on my Facebook profile, it wasn't always like that. Like you can go to, I'm not going to play any of them on here, but if you decide that you want to, you can go to my Facebook and click on videos and literally just scroll all the way down. And it will take you to my first Facebook videos from 2000 and whatever, 2019. And they weren't.
I have to say, Ron has so many reps in on like speaking on video. It's wild. So,
well, because
I remember a time when Ron was like,
no, go ahead.
I think you were about to say what I was gonna say. I was like, I literally saw you at one point like 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. He was live. He was making videos, and I was just like, how was he? How? Like, how do you even have things left to say? I'm like, whoa. But yeah, he just put a lot of reps in.
But here's the thing. I was putting a lot of reps in doing live videos, but the process that I showed you guys today, I wasn't doing any of that because I didn't know that yet. So it's like I was doing a lot of videos. I would do like a Facebook Live on my profile and just kind of fumble my way through it. I would do one in my Facebook group, fumble my way through it. It's a different group, not this one. That group died a long time ago because I stopped doing stuff in there. And I would do them in other Facebook groups that allowed me to do them. And I'd be like, all right, 3 live videos a day. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do a live video, tell people about my offer sometimes, and then like have the link at the bottom, and they're just going to like, go buy it on their own. And I just thought, well, when that didn't work, I just need to do more live videos, which was wrong. But now I'm grateful for that process because
that strategy doesn't work on Facebook.
Because I was like trying to do the YouTube strategy, but on Facebook. And I'm grateful that I did that now because that gave me thousands of videos created that got me to the point where I am now with being comfortable on camera and delivering thoughts like via video. But man, I'm just thinking now, like if I was doing what I just shared with you guys today, if I was doing that back then, like it would have been ridiculous because I was getting a lot of people engaging on my videos. So they're like, this guy's everywhere. If I was starting conversations with them and making offers, it would have been insane. Like Tyga initially reached out to me when we first connected. Because he was like, dude, he's like, you should be crushing it right now. Because all Tyga was doing, he wasn't even making content. He was just like, one piece of content like every 2 weeks, like one post, and then he was just like in Messenger, like just talking with people, and he was making 10K a month, and I'm like, I get a sale sometimes, I don't even know how I do it, and Tyga's like, dude, you should be killing it right now. If I was doing what you're doing, but we were both just doing 2 different things, and it just shows you that like when you can have conversations, that's what matters more than anything else. All our content does is help us be able to have conversations.
I want to say something real quick. When I look at people, when people talk to me, I look at their profile, and like if they start telling me like, they make 10, 20K a month, and I look at their profile and they've only posted like once a month, I'm just like, yeah, sure, dude. So I don't know how, like how do you know?
That's not necessarily a good indicator of how much someone is making by their posts, because some have tons of engagement and they make no money, like not even a single sale. And some people, they make a post every now and again and maybe 4 or 5 people like it, but they're at like 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month. Like, that's a hard way to gauge it. Yeah, that was a disconnect. Yeah, when I first met Ron, yeah, I had actually scaled I was at 20K at the moment. I looked over at Ron, I'm like, he's gotta be like destroying the game. And I like reached out and I'm like, dude, you're everywhere. Like, I'm trying to do my work and I'm like getting distracted and watching all your videos. And I'm like, dude, it's amazing. And then I don't know if Ron wants me to share this, but like, I think Ron hated me.
Go for it.
Okay. I didn't realize this, but Ron actually hated me in the beginning. I was enamored, I guess, by him. I was like, dude, you're so charismatic. I wish I had that charisma, blah, blah, blah. Just admire. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, whatever, dude, blah, blah, blah. I found out later he was just like, he really disliked me a lot. I guess because from his perspective, he was doing a lot of video and a lot of content, but he was missing that piece that he just showed you right now. While I had that piece and I needed the piece he had, which go figure, we're now partners. But I was like, I want to make more content, because content makes conversations easier. So I was just in there hammering, boom, boom, boom. But the conversations were hard. So I had to really develop sales skills because I didn't develop the trust from my content. So when I reached out to him, that was one of the things I didn't realize. I was trying to offer that to him, but from his perspective, it was just more like, get out of here, dude. You don't deserve to be like crushing it. And
from my perspective, what I saw going on is I was thinking like, oh, like I'm doing all these things and it's not working and it should be working. And then I look at Tiger's profile and he's not doing any of these things, but I keep seeing that he's getting results because we were in the same program. So I kept seeing them saying, shout out to Tiger Rush for another like 2K in commissions. And I'm like, what? And I'm just like, so he's like, dude, you should be crushing it. I was just like, I didn't say, oh, I don't like you, bro. I was just like, oh, yeah, thanks.
It's more like brushed me off. I was like, all right, I guess I'm not one of the cool kids or something.
Yeah, until like, I think another like 6 months went by and finally I was like, all right, bro, what are you doing? And then he started like showing me like this part, right? Conversations, sales and stuff. And yeah, that's funny, man. It's funny how things come full circle because then we both went off our separate ways for a couple years, but still stayed connected while we were doing similar stuff.
Oh, wow. Then you still wound up together here. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's why I wound up here, because Tiger was asking me back in like 2020. And then,
yeah, you were one of my messenger combos. Yeah. I was just messenger, boom, boom, boom.
And I didn't, and I was like, nah, I can't do it right now. But I'm here now, and it was funny. It just came right back around 2 years later.
Yeah, and that's also an example of like some of the people that you connect with today, they may not like having the right mindset of knowing that every time we're sending new messages, it's like we're putting new seeds in the ground, right? And we all want fruit, right? That's why we're planting. Let's say that we're planting pineapple trees or whatever pineapples grow on, bushes or something like that. We all want some pineapples, and we're putting 10 seeds in the ground right now, and then we're like, all right, we put the seeds in the ground. Where's the pineapples? And it's like, okay, there's no pineapples yet. So now tomorrow we're gonna put 10 more seeds in the ground. We're gonna water the other seeds, and watering the other seeds that we put in yesterday is responding to their messages, right? But there's still no pineapples. It's like, well, the next day I wake up, put 10 more seeds in the ground, I water all the seeds from the day before, and we keep doing this. And eventually there's going to be our first pineapple. And then we're like, cool, but we keep doing this. And sooner or later, we do this long enough, and we're going to have more pineapples than we could freaking imagine. It's like, this is too many pineapples. I need to have people come help me harvest these things all before they rot. They're falling on the ground. And that's how the process works. So when we know that, like, okay, if I keep doing the daily inputs, the outputs, the pineapples, they're inevitable.
What are you doing? Definitely true. Oh, look at the doggy. So cute. That's
So I
good.
have a question.
Sure.
Okay, so I've had 3 people who have come to me that I know. Come to me and ask me about what I'm doing, and I've given them short, brief answers. Because believe it or not, they all happened today. I don't know why today, but I guess I just looked like I needed to be approached and asked that question. What is it that you're doing? Because it looks so cool with your post. And I knew I was going to be here tonight. So how do you guys engage when it is like face to face?
Okay. So this is not online, but somebody like right here asking about what you're
Different
doing.
somebody's, yes.
So one way that I like to explain it, it's this format. It's kind of like, instead of saying, if somebody says, hey, what is it that you're doing? Because a lot of times they have no context, right? So I say, hey, you know how, and I say something that they can relate to. So like a good example to be able to explain like affiliate marketing is like, hey, you know how like you can sign up for like different gym memberships, and then if you bring 2 people on, like your membership is now free for like the next couple months, or they have like different stuff like that. And they go, oh yeah, because most people are familiar with that, or something like that. And say, okay, well, I'm basically doing the same thing online, but the way that it works is I'm selling other people's products and services. So instead of getting like discounts and stuff, I'm actually getting paid for it. And so that's basically like what I'm doing online, and it's called affiliate marketing. And this way it's like, okay, it gives them the understanding, and if they're interested, or if they want to know more, they're going to ask another question, and then we can keep kind of piecemealing like that information to them.
Yes, that's what I did, because I hadn't talked to you yet. So, I don't know why today was the day, but 3 different individuals approached me today with this. I was like, oh my God, do I got a sign on my head? So, I'm like, God, I got to make this Zoom tonight, because I got to know what Tyga and Ron would say, or what dialogue I would have between, me and that person.
Yeah. So I think what you did, like if you just kind of like explained it briefly and then kind of like let it sit and see how it lands, I think that's perfect, because if they start asking more and more questions after that, you can answer them, and then you can say, hey, like I could send you a link to our free Facebook group. I mean, there's a ton of trainings in there. If like this is something that you're actually interested in, you can go through there and check the stuff out yourself if you want. I mean, but
they've already engaged in more, and in fact, they text me, what are you thinking? I'm really excited about this, but I need to know more. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, So, but they know I'm really suck at answering text. That's the good thing. That kind of bought me some time. Like, okay, that's nothing out of the ordinary for Terry, But yeah, I just needed to know, and on top of that, I have 95 emails that I have from the other program, that was really a flop. But I have 95 active emails. So what would you do in that aspect?
Well, for now, until like honestly, until like we can like take a look at the funnel and the emails, I would say like it's hard for me to have all the context. I know Tyga looked at the funnel and the emails with you, and I know I wasn't on that call, and so I don't know all the details of that. I don't know, Tyga, do you want to step in here for this? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
For what I remember of your email swipe, it was already set up and people were opening it and reading it. So it wouldn't hurt to send them, some nurturing campaigns and, just send them into your affiliate link to the group. The only issue is the quality of the email list you have to consider, because a lot of those other programs out there, that what they don't tell you is that a lot of these emails that they get come from click exchanges or solo ads. And the people on there, the way they were collected was not through know, like, and trust. It was more through like just kind of like quick gimmicky, like, hey, make $1 million in 5 minute kind of things. Just put your email address here. And then now once they have their email address, they sell these giant lists of like 100,000 to people at a discounted price. And then those people who bought those at a discounted price now turn around and sell those emails to you at a markup. So then you get all of those people's email addresses. And when you send them emails, they have no idea who you are. You're like the third or fourth person that's emailed them. And they're like, I don't even know how I ended up on this person's list. So it's harder to convert those people because they're like skeptical from the beginning.
Well, this is what I did. There was 150 emails, and I took all the emails and I run them through our database for my job, because I do law enforcement.
Right.
And I've got all the good emails. So out of 195 of them, believe it or not, are good emails.
Right. So good emails, and I'm not saying like they're bad people. I'm saying what matters, especially in sales, is the context or the frame around the conversation that you're having. So that email is actually a conversation. It's a one-way conversation. But imagine right now, if all of a sudden in your inbox showed up a message from my alter ego, we'll call him my name backwards, which is what, like, I get or whatever. It's like, I get message you. And he was like, hey, want to know how to make $20,000 online this month? Just sending messages. How likely are you to be like, oh my God, I got to do this? Or you're going to be like, that's probably a scam.
Or you're going to be like, I don't even know who this person is. How'd they get my email?
Right. Versus if that same email address, that same person would have saw one of your posts from social media or watched one of your videos from a social media platform and was like, wow, Terry really knows her stuff. I like her. She's kind of like me. And you offered this thing that they gave their email address in exchange for, either to join some free training, to get a free Facebook group. And now when they get your email, it's welcome. They know who you are. They actually see you. You're framed as a person that they're looking to for advice. So now when you make that recommendation to make $20,000 a month sending messages, or sending, text messages, they're probably going to take it a lot more seriously, and you don't have to prove that you're cool in order to get them to do something. So the frame is different. Not saying that you couldn't even convert those people, but it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder.
Yeah. Even though it's a good email address, like there's a person on the other end of it that's opening their inbox and checking emails. What matters is that the person knows who you are.
Yeah, and they trust you, or they won't take your recommendations. That's one of my bones I pick with some of those programs out there that sell emails. They're like, get a ton of traffic. And it's like, yeah, you get traffic, but then what are you gonna do with that traffic? You can't do anything with them because they almost hate you. They're like a level just above hate. They're like, I don't hate you, but I don't know you. I don't like you. So they almost resent getting your email, because when they see it, they're like, heck is this?
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So my suggestion, if you're going to use that list, I would start by nurturing them first, not trying to sell them anything or blah, blah, blah. first try to establish the know, like, and trust. And that's what's missing right now with that email list. They don't know who you are. So the first messages I would send would be like telling your story, sending them to a piece of value, or offering them something completely free that's going to help them in a certain way. That way it establishes trust and it gives that first bit of value. And then now later on in that email sequence, now you can start asking things like, hey, I have this free group, hopefully you got value from my last email. Boom. And now they'll start taking your recommendations. But if you just flat out start trying to market to those people, you'll probably see them not open it, or if they open it, they're going to unsubscribe, or they won't click your links, they won't buy anything. And it just gets frustrating. And I know people who they spend a lot of money building these huge lists of those kind of people, and it doesn't do them any good. I have a 5,000 member email list, and it's like, well, how much you making from it? Well, nothing. So it's like, well, the reason why is because they don't know who you are.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to build an email list, I would suggest building it through that way, through the social media platforms. Those are some of the highest quality email lists that you can build. So if you're on Facebook and you're sending people, this is something that's a little more advanced, but if you wanted to create, say you're looking at what Ron and I are teaching you, you've learned a lot already, believe it or not. You may not even feel that way, but you know more than the person who was in your shoes just a few weeks ago, few months ago.
I promise you that. I know a lot more in this little bit of time that I have been on here. This is only my second call, Zoom call here on a Wednesday, and I'm telling you, I have learned a boatload thus far.
So this is what you can do. It's a little bit more advanced, but if you wanted to go the extra mile, you can take the things that you've learned, reteach them. Say you record yourself reteaching the messenger strategy. It's going to help you learn it, because teaching it helps you really establish and know that you understand it. But you can reteach it and record yourself. Now you can offer that to other people who don't know this. And what you could do is offer that in exchange for an email. Like, hey, I made this messenger strategy that shows you exactly how to do boom, 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 big promise. If you're looking for this, let me know, because I can send it over. And all the people who are saying, like, me, guess what? Hey, what's your email address? I'll shoot it over to you. Now you're collecting these email addresses. These people trust you. These people actually are raising their hand. They have the type of problem you solve. So now when they get those emails from you, the trust is established, the values are established, and you're building an email list that will convert now. So the bigger you grow that list, doing that same process is gonna work for you. So now when you get a 5,000 member email list, you're gonna be at like $5,000 to $10,000, $15,000 a month from that email list, versus if you just bought a 5,000 member email list from someone.
Absolutely.
So I would recommend that. Like, take the things that you already learned, even if you feel like, this is tiny, like, just somebody doesn't know it. I promise you, it's valuable stuff. And I would just reteach it and then offer it as a thing, free resource. Learn how to do boom. Want to know how to talk to people in Messenger to convert sales today for your blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I do. I have this free training, and it's you. So you're building, your brand at the same time.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And something that I've noticed, because what Tyga just mentioned, I used to do this all the time. This was like a long time ago. I would find out about something new. I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I would be like on this messenger training, right, that we did today. And I'd learn about it, and I wouldn't even go do it one time. I would just, because all I did was videos before, I would just instantly go do a video and then try to like teach what I just learned. I think the sweet spot now that I'm understanding is, okay, I learned something really cool. I go do it, right? I go do it, implement it, because I have a deeper understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because I got context, because I took some action on it, now it's really easy for me to be able to do a training about it and be able to answer any questions that come up because I have context. And I think that's kind of like the sweet spot between the two.
I do too.
Yeah. because I didn't do that before. And when people had questions, I'm talking about like 4 years ago, I'd be like, just trying to remember what I heard somebody else say, and then I didn't really feel that good while I was doing it either.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and it's even harder if you're face to face. You know what I mean? I'm like a donkey looking at a gate. You know, like you know what I.
Right, exactly. All right.
This has been a good session.
Good. I'm glad. Did all of you guys get a chance to click on that document and like save the tab and everything? Okay, cool. I wanted to make
I
sure
did,
because
yes.
we end the Zoom and then that link will go away until I post it in the group. And I still got some edits that I want to make on that document. I'm gonna make it a little bit more streamlined, like even more for you guys. Like I'm going to create a table of contents on the left, so you'll know when somebody responds to one of your social hooks, you can click on social hook on the table of contents and it takes you right to that part. Or if somebody's just engaged on a post, you click there and then it just scrolls right over to that part of the document. Or if somebody's asking about the group, like that way, it's that you can open the document up and click on the table of contents and it takes you right to the part that you need for that specific conversation.
Absolutely.
And as I edit it and make changes to it, you'll just see it when you open the document. You'll be able to see me making edits live if you have it open while I'm editing.
Cool.
Cool. Any other questions or anything coming up for anybody?
Good.
All right. Awesome. Well, I think this was an awesome call. I'm super excited. I'm really excited for you guys to like implement on that document and be firing off any questions, because like I said, I just took a few hours today to type that out. And so if there's anything that's any like rebuttals or things that you're getting from people where it's like, hey, I don't know what to say here and this doesn't really make sense here, like please put it in the Affiliate Breakthrough Academy so that way I can see it and keep making this document like better and better for you guys.
Yeah, just you screenshot it and just kind of mark out the person's name or whatever, and then you can get feedback, like line for line, what to say. And even on those calls, if you bring conversations here, we can do over the shoulder. So you can share your screen and we could be like, all right, this is what you would say. And we can, guide you through the sale live.
Right.
That's a great thing, because I have a hard time writing content because I'm used to having to write in a legal matter. So sometimes I have to take out when I said, because they won't understand, exactly what I'm saying. They're like, it's sometimes convoluted for the average person who doesn't knowing the law jargon, so I have to reel it back sometimes. So it's good to have like a go-to sheet, you know what I mean? It's formatted. We know it works. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's there and do it and call it a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And over time, as you use that thing more, what's going to happen? What happened for me when I had a document very similar to this, when I was really learning these conversations, is at first I was copying and pasting the questions that I needed to ask. And because what naturally is going to happen is like maybe 80% of the people that you're talking to are going to fit right into the document, where it's like, exactly what the next thing to say is.
Yeah.
But 20%, around 1 out of 5 people, they're going to come up with something that's not exactly like what the document says, and it's going to cause you to like think and be like, okay, like I see what the document's doing here. It's like getting me to figure out their current situation, where they want to go, and what the thing that they think is in the way is. That way I can position the group as the thing that's going to help with that. But they didn't answer like what the document predicted. So how do I still get them to go through these states? And then you'll gradually like have a lot deeper understanding of like how you could even adjust the questions for yourself. Like that's why now I don't need the document, because I did that over and over and over and over again. Now I could just respond to people and I look at the conversation and be like, okay, this is where we're at. This is where we're going. Here's the next question. But it took me having something like this to refer to over and over again to get to that point. And so eventually you guys will get there too. And you won't have to copy and paste, questions
Right.
out of it anymore. But
Right,
it's
good deal then.
good to start with.
Sounds great.
All right. Awesome. I'm going to try to upload this into Facebook. The last two coaching calls, for whatever reason, maybe they were too long from going over, but I would upload the video. I'd wait for it to process. Then I would click post, and then Facebook would say, your video couldn't be uploaded. Like
Oh,
an hour later, I would get a notification saying that. And so I think I have the other one from last week in a Google Drive. So I'll have to post the link to that in there. And I'll try to post this one. If the same thing happens, I'll post the link for both Google Drive links. Maybe I'll just put it in Google Drive, but I wanted to create it so that you could just go into the group and watch the video there without having to go somewhere else. But we'll see what happens. But we'll get it up for everybody regardless.
Okay. Shall see you next week.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Awesome call today. All right. Take care, everybody.
Yep, happy
Bye.
4th.
thank you.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
4th.
Happy 4th.
There's Rue.
What's up, Rue?
Hey.
It's a cool dog.
He's cute.
All right.
All right, see you guys.
You guys.
Bye.
All right, so hope you got some value from this. Save it, share it with some other people. Literally, if you just focus on everything that I share with you in this video, that's all you do. You just block everything else out and you just focus on this and you execute on this stuff daily, you will be getting sales. Like it's, if I had lost all my email list, all my social presence, everything, right? And if I was starting over from zero, everything that I share with you in this video is exactly what I would do. It's what I've done before after starting over from zero. It's what I've done in the past. This is exactly what I would do. So execute on it. Hope you get some value from it. Share it with some other people that you think would help. See you in the next one.